Hello, you beautiful nerds. Fancy seeing you here. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly.
Always encouraged, but never mandatory.
Mostly.
I am your host, Jedi Master Grace, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host and brother, Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. How you doing?
Feeling good, feeling great. How are you? I'm so excited about tonight's show. We got some great nerd shit to talk about tonight. We're talking Beetlejuice. We're talking nerd poop. We're talking Beetlejuice. We're talking Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. We're talking Kite Man. Hell yeah. And as always, Kite Man. Hell yeah. Got the Kite Man back. Hell yeah. You all know who the hell it is. Oh my gosh. And as always,
I don't know why we keep getting away with playing that right there.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody cares about that song.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Except
I was about to say, Alex.
The real ones know.
Don't you be so disrespectful.
But as always, we're talking shit. I'm not sure if I'm about to say that already. But before we get started, I do want to remind you guys that got the Kite Man back. Hell yeah. You all know one more time. Gotta play one more time.
That's not what you were trying to get to?
That's not what I was trying to get to. Not yet, because I just want to remind people that every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, you should tune into the Bantha Bunch. Bill, do you know what you guys are going to be talking about this Thursday?
This Thursday
is always a surprise.
It's always a surprise. We're going to definitely be talking about Chimp Crazy. And we're going to be talking about Kamala and the debate. The debate is happening tomorrow.
Right.
And everybody knows about how master debaters get together and they do things. And it's going to be two master debaters on the stage. So we're going to talk about that. It's happening Tuesday, but we're going to talk about it on Thursday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah,
7
guys.
p.m.
7 p.m. It's going to be a fresh
Chimp
hot
Crazy.
take. It'll be the day after. I only caught one episode of Chimp Crazy when I watched it with you. And
Chimp
that show
Crazy
is wild.
It's crazy. For y'all who don't know, Chimp Crazy is basically Tiger King, but with a lady and with apes instead of tigers. And I was gonna say instead of tigers and gay sex, but I didn't want people to be mad because I said in gay sex, but it really isn't like about sex. It's because it doesn't have gay sex in it.
Yeah. That's true. It's funny how you said it's like I was gonna say this, but then you just said it.
I find Alex, if you don't say it, but you say it as if you were going to say it, but you're just explaining, it's better.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's what white folks say when they say nigga. When they want to say the N-word, that's what they say.
That's what they say. Film Age, what's up?
What's up, Film Age?
Thanks for joining us
tonight.
Turn
off this damn Bantha Bunch music real quick because y'all gonna get too hype in here. Y'all gonna get too hype.
Yeah, people start like drinking, throwing bras at the non-existent stage.
That's what I'm talking about.
But yeah, definitely check that out.
The man girdles. Where the man girdles?
Where the man girdles?
What am I talking about, Alex? Alex, what the fuck are we talking about?
Man girdles on stage.
Yo, man girdles is wild, son.
It smells like potato
actually,
chips.
You know what? I do want to say shout out to all the new subscribers and shout out to all the new members, man.
Appreciate you guys.
We had a new person jump in the chat on Thursday, and I can't remember her name. It's Gers and Purrs.
Gers and Purrs, great name.
It's something Gers and Purrs. But anyway. Shout out to Gers and Purrs. That's why I had to keep calling you so I can remember your name. There she is.
Oh, here
there it is. Hey.
It's hotter than hell.
It is hotter than hell, boy.
It really is.
I'm wearing a hoodie because the air conditioner is blowing right on top of me. So just so y'all know.
Right? It's like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
I'm not a psychopath. I'm not a masochist. I just, it gets weird right here. I don't even want to explain all my health issues to y'all. I'll just, it get hot right here, and because of the light, and then the AC is hitting me right here. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird spot. But guys, definitely check out the Bantha Bunch this Thursday, and hit that notification bell just so you look like YouTube will remind you just in case you forget. And also, I know I've been promising this for a long time. The Deadpool and Wolverine
what up, Fifth
review.
Bantha?
What's up, Fifth Bantha? The Deadpool and Wolverine review is coming Wednesday. It's
all
dropping Wednesday
over the place.
Sure.
Don't even worry about it.
Sorry for the long wait, but it's definitely dropping on Wednesday.
Shout
and we
out
got
to
some
members.
We also got some members only content coming out. I'm going to be talking about The Crow. We're going to be talking about City of Dreams, and going to be talking about, what was the other one? Strange Darling's going to be dropping.
Was the
soon
Wolverine one not available for members first?
No, because I could not finish in time. That is coming as soon as I finish it, it's gonna be like midnight.
Coming all over the place. That's why I said, y'all, it's coming all over the place. Don't you even trip. Usually
members would get stuff early. Members, you will definitely be getting the Blink Twice review early when that drops. But unfortunately, Deadpool and Wolverine just
dude, it's almost impossible to blink just twice. You ever try it? You blink like right after almost.
Right? At least like twice in a day. But yeah, let's that's enough house cleaning. Let's talk about
no. First of all, shout out to Jeff. He's not here today.
Oh yes.
Shout out to Jeff. We're not gonna have a comic book corner today, but
no comic book corner.
Shout out to Jeff. We're gonna play a little song for you. You know what
our white LeVar Burton.
Our white LeVar Burton is sick today. No, I'm joking. I don't think he's sick. He's not sick.
No,
he was quite tired the last time we saw him. So
last week was his flu game. You guys should go back and check that
out. Pers and Pers was telling us about this one book, Abbott 1973.
Oh yeah. I put that on my Amazon wish list.
Yeah. I just want to make sure everybody hears about it today. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a new one for us. It was Thursday. It was outside of the reading audience. No. So yeah, y'all
don't read.
Y'all don't be reading.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled for Comic Book Corner. Yeah.
Next week, I promise you. Next week we got Comic Book Corner. It's coming down the pike, man. For real, I promise.
Back. Everybody needs.
I apologize that Jeff's not here, but I don't apologize because I hope he's having a good time.
I hope he's having a good time.
I hope he's getting some rest. He's probably not watching this. That's what he's probably.
Yeah, probably not. I would guarantee he's not. But if you are, hey, what's up, white LeVar Burton? But yeah, let's move on.
If he's not, it's probably because of
the hackers. Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I almost said Whitey will take it. Like I was like, oh yeah, it's because Whitey.
No,
Whitey will take Whitey.
Yeah, that's a different gas.
Fifth Bantha said, "What up, BGP?" Oh, we got some commiseration in the chat.
Community. It's nothing but community.
It's nothing but community. This is a safe space for fans to chat.
Yeah, man, it is. And when you know what? As a matter of fact, just because you just brought that up, while you're reading this rundown, I am going to drink a small glass of water and chase it with some orange juice.
Yeah.
Would you like a small glass of water?
I would love
something with.
Yeah, I would love a small glass of water.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to stay hydrated.
You know what, Alex? I can get that for you.
You got to stay hydrated, but you don't want to overhydrate.
You don't want to overhydrate. You don't want to underhydrate. You don't want to overhydrate. Overhydration just leads to peeing, really, though. But you can't do that when you're doing a show. And all I'm saying is, there's worse things in the world to drink on your YouTube channel live than water, and then you chase it with orange juice because you don't like the taste of water.
Right. It's like water. Ugh. But let's move on to
I've done all year.
Let's move on to our first topic of the night. Kite Man, hell yeah, episode 9.
Oh, wrong button.
To get to the other side. Sorry, episode 9. To get to the other side. Hell yeah. I love that hell yeah is just part of the title of every episode.
Yeah.
It's kind of perfect.
It's amazing.
Othelius Maximus, hell yeah. Welcome to the chat. Let's see what happened in this episode. Kite Man and Golden Glider encounter an unexpected adversary while trying to get rid of the anti-life equation. Just as Malice finds her footing at Noonan's, she is unsettled by a visit from Darkseid on the anniversary of her parents' deaths. Now, let's do some initial thoughts. What did you think of this episode and just like on the whole? Because I think it's fair to say we've been enjoying this season so far. But do you think this is one of the stronger episodes?
Is it fair?
It's fair.
It's fair.
To be fair.
Is that what we do? Oh, to be fair.
To be fair.
Is that what we do on this show now? We fair?
Yeah, this is fair and reasonable discourse on this.
No, it is. This is complete objectivity. No hyperbole. All real. It's all happening right here. Ain't no hyperbole over here, man. What we say goes. You know why? You know why? Because guess who is officially a part of the Black? Is the Black?
Oh yeah,
it's officially there's the Black Writers Association. Not Black journalists.
It's the
Black. It's Black people. Black people writing.
Black people writing. No, it's got it accepted into the African American Film Critics Association.
That's right.
So that was nice.
That's right. Say it again.
So we're officially critics.
No, say it again. Say what you got.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got inducted into the African American Film Critics Association.
That's what we're talking about. African American Film Critics Association, son.
Yeah, felt pretty good about that. Yeah, so we're officially critics.
That's right. That's right, baby. We officially critics in here. I like how he said we because I didn't apply. But he did apply with me on it. So like I was a part of his source material to apply. So therefore, technically, I am also
applied with
critic. Officially. Y'all already knew what time it was, you know what I mean? But it's like official on paper somewhere in like a whole nother building than this one.
Yeah, people love those little pieces of paper that said that you did a thing. So
yeah, that's right. That's right. Othelius is Bantha and Ebert, or I like to say nigga and Ebert, but I say we the black Siskel and Ebert. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, I've been saying that for how long?
You've been saying it for a long time. Yeah.
So you know what? I'm gonna get some T-shirts. I'm gonna get some T-shirts made up for y'all. I'm gonna get some T-shirts made up for y'all that say Black Siskel and Ebert. You know, Black Siskel and Ebert.
I'm for it. I approve of this.
Black Siskel and Ebert.
But yeah, like what were your initial thoughts on this episode? So did you think that it was like one of the stronger episodes or one of the weaker episodes? Personally.
Break down the episode. What happened in this episode?
Oh, so yeah, like Kite Man and Golden Glider encounter an unexpected adversary while trying to get rid of the anti-life equation. And just as Malice finds her footing at Noonan's, she is unsettled by a visit from Darkseid. Keith David, great voice. On the anniversary of her parents' deaths. I can't remember if Keith David played him in Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I didn't see it, so I can't help you with that. And Jeff's not here, so good luck. Get it out the mud, dog.
Let us know in the comments if you know.
Hey, thank you, Othelius.
Appreciate all the love.
I mean, yeah, thank you, Othelius, and thank you, Film Age. Thank you, Gers and Purrs. We really appreciate it. What was I about to say? Oh, you didn't mention though that this is right after. We start out right after they just blew up, or they tried to blow up the anti-life equation in the nuclear
explosion.
What was it? Yeah, nuclear explosion. So yeah, they pick it up, they get to bouncing. I thought that this episode was pretty good. I feel like there's like times towards the end of the episodes in this show where I'm like expecting, I feel like I've just gotten to the point where now we're doing show, and then I don't get enough. Like now, then it ends right there, and then now I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll wait a whole nother 7 days, or I guess in some cases it's like 11, 10, because I don't watch it I don't never watch it. I don't watch it immediately, but like, yeah, man, like I guess I'll watch this in another whatever days, and then I'll be forgetting what happened and shit. Man, I'm gonna stop watching these shows like on time. We used to just binge them or cram
the night before,
the night before, or cram the day of.
Yeah,
cram while I'm at work.
Sometimes that's the best way to retain information.
Now that we're all big shot YouTubers and big shot African American critics, movie critics, I don't know how we're gonna act, man. We just act different out here now. I was but no, seriously, I don't remember as much when when there's as much time between a 20-minute show.
It's really short, and to your point, it's not a very plot heavy show. Like, it's very much comedy first. Warning, marijuana affects the memory.
We don't have any. This is a clove cigarette.
Yeah, we were smoking cloves here. It is like you said, it's
not smoke.
It is not a very plot heavy show. Like the anti-life equation was set somewhere, and there was like a sort of a teaser of what could happen to it very early on in the season, and it took them a while before they tackled that because they're getting these jokes off. This show is
not mad at that either. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, this show is a comedy first, and I appreciate that a lot. But it does seem it's getting a little bit more plot heavy now at the end, where the anti-life equation seems like it's the focal point of the plot. It's all coming together like butt cheeks. But let's talk.
I was about to keep a real serious face.
I would have been proud of you.
I said like butt cheeks. I just had that stern face.
Just like DMX face.
For the listening audience, my face was stern in this motherfucker, like her. But I couldn't really, keep it. I'll just let you continue. You know what else I thought though? Since we were in this little break. No, I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead.
No. Okay. So what happens at the beginning of this episode? To keep the anti-life equation away from Glider, Luthor, and Villigan, Kite Man steals a chicken delivery truck and keeps the briefcase in the back, which mutates one of the chickens into a kaiju-sized carnivore. This was pretty gnarly. What did you think of like the kaiju chicken? And does that sound like a delicious treat? The kaiju chicken. Would you order the kaiju chicken?
I had kaiju chicken last night. Me and Marcus, we went to this place. See, I don't want to see if I tell you where I went. Everybody will be there, right?
They're gonna be ordering the kaiju chicken.
At least 1,000 of you will be there. And I can't. If I just base it off of our views to subscriber ratio, I think about 80 of you will be there. if I tell you right now, and I'm not fucking with that. So, but then we had
a real Szechuan sauce situation.
Yeah, is
that what it's called?
Yeah, Szechuan sauce.
Yeah,
I don't want. Who told you what they had on the kaiju chicken?
Of course, the kaiju chicken has to have Szechuan sauce.
Oh, man.
That's
See, niggas is telling stuff already. I can tell, man. I can tell niggas be telling, man. This is disappointing.
That's gotta be another t-shirt idea. Kaiju chicken. Just a big chicken that looks delicious.
I don't know why I keep thinking of cow and chicken. Every time I hear kaiju chicken, I think of cow and chicken.
Kaiju chicken.
Kaiju chicken.
Oh man, this is off the rails already.
I'm sorry. Look, you better be glad I didn't say what I was going to say earlier.
I thought this was a funny moment too. Like, and you see, it's just another example of Kite Man's good intentions, but also being a dum-dum. because you've seen what the anti-life equation does to normal people. Why would you just put it in a room full of unpredictable life forms like chickens? Chickens are weird and mean, and they are unpredictable. So why would you throw?
It's also kind of though what the crazy lady pointed out to Lex, like, nigga, you had this shit amongst a bunch of frozen chicken nuggets, and then it's with live chickens, right? You see the foreshadow, Alex? Oh shit! I did the zoom on accident. I swear to God, y'all, that was on accident. That wasn't on purpose. It made everybody.
It was like, wait, what's happening?
It happened right when I said, "You see what I'm saying?" It was like, "Oh, do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying?"
And to your point,
I don't know what
Luther did have.
Oh yeah,
he had the anti-life equation hiding in the freezer at Noonan's for a little while. And they brought it up in that funny scene with Villigan and Luther. And Luther, he has like the funny line where he says, because like Villigan was like, "What the fuck were you waiting for? You just had it like sitting in a goddamn freezer for weeks." He's like, I mean, I just can't kill Superman on a Tuesday. Like, I'm waiting for his birthday, obviously.
Right, exactly. Like all people with good goddamn sense do.
Yeah. You mean chicken and cow? Says Fifth Bantha.
I mean chicken and cow. Shit, you mean chicken and cow?
Nah, it's definitely cow and chicken.
I don't get the joke only because I am not intelligent enough.
Yeah, I feel like Fifth Bantha is trying to gaslight us. Ophelia said, "Y'all wondering if Android dream of electric sheep, but do kaiju ever wonder about frying chicken?"
A haiku?
Yeah, that's right. Where's Jeff?
Where the fuck is Jeff with the haikus right now?
Ophelia also said that you should have played the X-Men. The X-Files theme when you zoomed in.
Man, I know I was so not ready for it. Everybody's like,
yeah, Books and Gers and Purrs said between the zoom and the sound effects, this is some high quality shit tonight. Yeah, we're pulling out all the sound, the special effects.
Man. Come on,
yeah, now it doesn't want to. Yeah.
Go back. Go back.
Here we are.
Sorry, producer Penny is running the camera right now, so it's crazy.
But yeah, I did like kaiju chicken, and I did like this is one of those.
Man, I sound way higher than I am. Is it my microphone?
You mean like high in pitch or high in like substance?
Yes.
Two things can be true. No, you sound fine. Fine.
Yeah, it's trippy. This is what I was gonna say earlier. It's one of the things. Shout out to everybody who's watching on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, please say hello, because this is the first time we've been back on Twitter in probably like 2 months. So if you're on NerdsAtNite on Twitter, check us out if you're on there. I mean, comment if you're on there, you goofy bastard. Say something, you creepy motherfucker. You goddamn, say something to us.
It's like we just like to watch.
There's people watching right now. That's why I wanted to say it. Like, I can tell that there's more people than normal and more people than are watching the actual show on YouTube. So
Althea said this is the type of content that give them the film critic certificate. Yes, you can only get high quality content like this over here.
Yes. I just want to point out this is your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber over here. And then Alex is here as well.
Hello.
So you know what I'm talking about.
But I did like this scene where because it has like the very classic bit of crazy shit happening in the background while normal shit's happening in the foreground. And it just happens to be two rednecks for some reason tried to go back here and like fuck with these chickens. I don't know what. Yeah, no,
I'm glad you mentioned that. Hold on, let me adjust this thing without it sounding like the
oil can.
No, so I'm glad you pointed that out. When they went and stole that truck, the chicken truck.
Oh,
she thought he was gonna steal that one.
This truck, yeah.
But to your point, when they said something, they acted like they didn't know it was supposed to be chickens back there.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
They acted like, what the hell was all these chickens doing back here? I was like, what? I thought y'all was there for the chickens. I thought that's actually why y'all came here.
Right? They didn't go into the diner to find out who stole the truck. They just like immediately went to the back where the chickens were.
It's like, wait a minute. Did y'all also steal the truck? And now y'all are looking for something?
That's my stolen chicken truck.
I was going to steal that chicken truck first.
My wife's back there.
And they done stole it before. Oh, my God. My wife's back. They stole my girlfriend, Cletus. Cletus, they stole my girlfriend. You mean the chicken? I said my girlfriend, didn't it? How many girlfriends I done had in the last 42 years? You know me.
Meanwhile, Malice is visited by Darkseid, who offers. I feel like this is the best way to react to that.
Yo, son, this is how the show used to be before we had anybody on the show with us.
Yeah, this is what it was, just the duo. It's a rarity when everybody else is busy.
Y'all now know how much Jeff keeps us in line.
Meanwhile, Malice is visited by Darkseid, who offers to let her serve him on Apocalypse for her dedication at Noonan's, though she is conflicted about the proposal. I thought that this was a cool little moment because I really like this actress who plays Malice, and you hear a lot of the conflict in her voice. She's like actually made friends with the people here at Noonan's, and she's not as evil as she was when she started. So I appreciated like the performance and like the comedy, obviously that's always there. But
no doubt, I've always liked her because she's like basically got a rapper name,
Malice. Yeah, one half of Clips.
One half of Clips, who's also coming out with a new album.
What?
Okay.
Crazy.
Clips is coming out with a new album. Apparently, it's already recorded, and they just waiting on a feature. Yadug.
Yeah. Shout out to Toby Blanco.
Toby Blanco.
Do not forget about Toby.
I'm gonna pour one out for all my dead homies. Yeah. Shout out to Toby Blanco. He gonna get out soon. Toby Blanco. He gonna get out soon. Yeah. I ain't tell y'all. See, I wasn't gonna tell y'all, but you know what? Jeff got locked up. And that's why he's not here. Jeff got locked up. Toby Blanco, we put him on blast last week because we announced his official, like Othelius had put his street name out there.
Yeah. Now the police know where he's at, you know.
Then they had came through and scooped him up. So just want to give a shout out to my homie, Toby Blanco, aka Jeff. And I just want to say, bro, stay up. Stay up. Don't get your burner phone stole while you're in there. I got you, homie. I'm putting on your commissary tomorrow.
Yeah, Tony Blanco. He's out here.
I'm putting on your books tomorrow, cuz don't worry.
Yeah, Clips is cool, but you know what's really cool?
Tony. Toby Blanco.
Yeah, so then like later on when Six Pack lets slip the Kite Man and Glider have the equation. I forgot that guy's name is Six Pack. The weird drunkard in Noonan's.
Yeah, is he a real villain? I was going to ask you about that later. Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I want to look that up. No. But yeah,
I'm sorry.
He lets it slip that Kite Man and Glider have the equation, and she tells him that Luther actually has it, which adds to her guilt. There's a lot going on here, like with the pursuit of the anti-life equation.
You know, I think it doesn't really add to her guilt though, as much as it adds to her fear. Like I guess maybe I missed it, but you didn't say that Darkseid returned to celebrate the death of Malice's.
Yeah,
you said that.
Yeah, I mentioned it.
Yeah. So that's
that's
really what it is. It ain't really. It has nothing to do with anything except just fear. And at least I think so. So I would put it in more of a, because she's been a myriad of emotions, or had the opportunity for a myriad of emotions in this series, or in the show so far, and she's had none. She's given no fucks. She could have gave all kind of fucks before, and now she's like, oh shit, I'm really scared. Like,
yeah.
And the only time we saw her care about anything is the cat, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that she even went to help them was wild, but it shows how scared she was, or how fearful she is for her life, or at least her freedom, because we know that Darkseid likes to take people and make them slaves.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to happen. Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. She's, her parents died, yes, but I think he's going to take her and make her work for him, because he knows that that's actually what she fears more than dying.
Yeah.
Is working. The dark side.
I thought you were just gonna say working, but
well,
also,
it works. Well, she's got a job now, so but she don't want to work for Darkseid.
Yeah, and
she works at a hospital. Darkseid is a fucking bar, like a what do you want to call it? Like a dive bar? I don't know. She works at a dive bar.
Yeah, yeah, she does work at a dive bar. Yeah, like I could see the season finale like ending with her being drugged to Darkseid. I mean, to Apocalypse, and now we have to figure out how she's gonna get back.
And then she's got to work at a bar. And
oh yeah, she's got to work. It's just like nobody comes to this bar. Like, it's so unpopular. Athelia said in the chat, accidentally recreated the "look at all those chickens" vibe. Athelia's also said, can't wait for some gentrified runaway coke dealing rap from Pharrell and Clips. Oh,
yes. I can't wait for it.
Gentrified runaway coke dealing rap.
That's my new rap name. Actually, that would be a good album title.
That's a good album title.
Gentrified runaway coke dealing rap.
Yeah. If they were smart, that would be the title of their new album, just to lean into it. But yeah, to your point, this is a pretty, it's easy to forget how tragic the relationship is between Malice and Darkseid is, because like the show is so tongue-in-cheek. But it's like kind of very much a Gamora Thanos sort of relationship, whereas like they're not actually related. This person stole this other person after murdering their entire family.
Right.
So it's even though Malice is evil, she's like inherited evil.
She's also not stupid, I guess.
Yeah, definitely not stupid.
Because you could be stupid, like, oh, I don't know. Oh, my question though, let me just, I don't know, pivot.
Pivot.
So Noonan's, the bar. Like for me, I've never seen this. I've never seen Harley Quinn, which this is a spinoff of.
Right.
Kite Man is a spinoff of. Yo, can I tell you something off pod real quick?
Yeah, sure. You're right.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
When they say Kite Man, I think they're gonna say the other thing that you say with the Jews. I don't think that's what that. Yeah, I don't think that's. I know, but that just be weird. I'll be like, did you say that?
Yeah.
And then when Jeff will be here, Jeff saying the most. Yeah, so I thought he said it.
It's like, what are you?
I was like, are you saying that? But anyway.
Anyway,
what was the question?
What was the question? I think you're about to make a point about the dark nature of Malice and no, you're about to
I was gonna ask you a question. The question I was just joking when I said what was I saying? The question was, I don't know anything about Harley Quinn. So what is the significance of Noonan's? And is it like a bar where like the villains go, or only villains go? Does regular people come here?
I don't ASMR.
Anytime between 8 and 12 p.m. Pacific time.
I don't really remember Noonan's in Harley Quinn, so I don't think that it had like
that much. So it wasn't even in the show. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. If it was kind of a throwaway thing. It was just like, this is where the villains just hang out.
Right. What season is that show on?
Harley Quinn. I think the 4th season comes out later this year.
And are you going to be doing a season 3 review?
I don't know because I did rewatch all of
That
season.
sounds like I had this planned or something. Are you going to be having a season 3 review?
I'm not sure. There is a lot
of
of stuff that's coming out around that time. But I do want to. I'll probably do like a wrap up video on season 4. Since I did do a video on season 1 years ago.
Right.
It's not very good. You guys don't have to go back and watch that one. It's one of my worst.
No, it's good.
But yeah,
I don't hate it.
But I do really
hate everything.
I do really like the show, and I've had my own journey with the quality of the seasons. So I would like to tackle the whole series once it's all wrapped up. We'll probably be talking about it.
Tackle
on the show.
Tackle. I'm tackling.
Wake up, we're fighting. Bill sound like company man for a second.
I don't know when, but probably.
Fifth Bantha said it's a villain bar. It was in the background of Harley Quinn. Okay, so it wasn't.
Okay, see, look, this is why. See, you're not a professional. Morgan is the African American film critic.
Yeah, they should have inducted him into the African American Film Critics Association. Man, that's a mouthful.
African American Film Critics Association is a mouthful. That is facts.
Then what happens later on? Darkseid learns that he was that he was misled and sets out to find the equation himself, unaware that Luthor plans to recapture it by holding Noonans at gunpoint to lure Kite Man back home. Luthor's attempt is thwarted by the rest of the bar gang, including Bane, who unknowingly sends Goldilocks to the portal potty to shield her from the violence. After Cheshire fails to subdue the big old chicken, Glider and Kite Man. Big old chicken.
I hope you wrote it down that way.
I did not, but I'm not that clever. Yeah. After the Cheshire fails to subdue the kaiju chicken, Glider and Kite Man defeat the chicken by making it cough up the briefcase, vowing to keep holding on to it. This thing was pretty hilarious because the way that they do get the briefcase out of the kaiju chicken is that Kite Man kicks it in the asshole and makes it throw.
No, he hits it in the hammer with it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he had like a mallet or something, and he hit him in the asshole, like the whole asshole. You know that asshole of the little dog meme thing where it's like a little dog.
Oh yeah,
it's got the little star.
Yeah, little legs, asshole. Yeah,
that's why they call it
Oh, is that what it is?
It's right there.
It's an onomatopoeia.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about? That right there.
Yeah.
That's what they drew on him, man.
Yeah, they drew.
They drew a little on his
booty,
man, and then he popped that thing like this. Woo-hoo! And hey, I'm just gonna tell you something right now. That's not what happens. Stuff don't just come out your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. If somebody hit me with the tiny mallet on my asshole, I might start throwing up. I don't know.
Throwing up. You might start doing something, but you ain't gonna start throwing up. You're gonna start crying like a motherfucker. Probably.
Athelia said logic of the African American film critic.
Talking about
they're Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah. Talking about Morgan. Talking about Fifth Bantha.
I can see one problem with that.
That him being Rachel Dolezal? Dolezal?
Yeah.
Dolezal?
Yeah, that's not an accurate comp. Lil Frothy says, I'm late, but congratulations on being accepted into the Critics League. Thank you so much, Lil Frothy. That's all the live chat. But now Kite Man's got a hold of the anti-life equation, and it's all in his hands. He seems sort of immune to it because he kind of just is satisfied with life.
Yep. I mean, what the fuck is the anti-life equation, man? This is the most we've seen of it ever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, oh God.
It seems like, from what I can understand, it seems very much like the power ring in Lord of the Rings, where it's just like it corrupts you but gives you all powers. It's like all power corrupts absolutely, and this is supposed to be just like a thing, just like some sort of manifestation of all power for what you want to get out of it.
So shout out to Niner Yards. He just gifted everyone in the chat at least one Drunk Banthas channel membership. Shout out to your boy.
Right.
Now, what that means is for everybody who's watching on Twitter, you'd have to. That's so disrespectful. God damn it, this fucking thing. I keep putting my hand up like this. I toggle my hands, and that's how you make the damn thing do it. It's very upsetting.
It's a flawed system.
But yeah, if you're watching on Twitter, make sure you go over to YouTube to the Drunk Banthas channel to try to collect that if you want. If you want.
If you want.
If you're watching in the chat on YouTube on any one of the channels, you should be able to pick that up. So get it going. And then look at that.
Oh, wow.
The fifth Bantha dropped 5 of them in there for y'all. So yeah, if you want to check out any of those videos that Alex was talking about earlier, make sure you go ahead and sign up for that membership. That one only lasts a month. So if you want to re-register, make sure you pay attention to it. But yeah. You'll get you don't have to, but you'll get this one whole month for free.
Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? And this, hey, let me just tell you something. You really want to keep it going for October because we got a fuck ton of Does It Hold Ups that are supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
And when I say supposed to be, I mean we haven't recorded any of them yet. So, 9, get your ass up. we need to do some Does It Hold Ups.
And yeah, if you join our membership, you can definitely get some member exclusive content, reviews of Long Legs, Oddity, Skincare, and Cuckoo, and you get the long form version of the second annual Drunkies. That's our annual Drunk Banthas award show. So you get to see it unedited and uncut.
And also, what do y'all think about this? You know, it's new.
Yeah, what do you think?
It's added. Let me know what you think in the comments. If
like it, love it.
Is it stupid? Get rid of it. You know, who knows? I didn't work too hard on it today, but just I really didn't. That's not to be funny. I really didn't work too hard on it today. Let me know if this looks stupid or should we get something else. I think we got this little guy here too.
Thelia says, become a member and you'll become an African-American film critic. Yeah, that's true. That's how the rules work. So
that's how it works. We pass out
for the for the low price of $1 a month.
We pass them out.
Books Gers and Purrs says, I like the banner. So hey. That's one vote in the yes column. Thelia says, Hackers Does It Hold Up? Maybe if y'all haven't done it already. Ooh, that'd be a good one. Gotta add that one to the list. I'm sure it fits the criteria.
Definitely haven't done it yet.
And if you guys don't know, the criteria for Does It Hold Up is if it has to
it sucks. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, no, that's really not it.
It has to basically have it can't have a passing grade on Rotten Tomatoes in either the critics or the audience score.
Or it has to be so imbalanced that it has to get covered. Like there's 80 to 20
right
type ratio, right. Or 70 to 30 or 70-40, something like that. If something that's like, whoa, I didn't know it was so divisive type shit. Yeah.
If one or both of them is like a D grade.
And we will take suggestions. So if you want to see a Does It Hold Up episode about a certain movie, put it in the comments, man. Yeah. It makes it real easy if y'all help us out a little bit. Just like all these shows that we do right now.
Yeah, we do it for y'all. And the list is extensive. Honestly. So
the only people that really care what they think. It's so weird.
Graphic. Yeah, we appreciate all you guys. Thelius Maximus says the graphic looks dope. Appreciate it. Okay. Good to know.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna work a little harder on it tomorrow.
And was there anything that you wanted to say about like Kite Man before we wrap up? Because like we got Darkseid back. I feel like we might be getting a Superman cameo at the end.
Kirby. We got Kirby back.
Kirby.
No, I already told y'all last week. We were just gonna get a Darkseid cameo again, and that's it. It ain't gonna happen, bro.
You don't think they're breaking out
what? Is that how they do Harley Quinn?
Sometimes there are some big moments, like there in the final 2 episodes of one of the seasons. We did get like Batman, Superman, and this is a spoiler. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman had a big mind-controlled orgy on the top of Gotham Bridge. So these kinds of things happen. I'm wondering if we're gonna get something crazy like that happening at the end.
Yeah, I was there. Been there.
I see that.
Seen that.
I hadn't seen that.
Seen that up close. Mind controlled orgy.
Mind control orgy.
Superman. Always a part of those.
Yeah, it's like, I wasn't in control.
I wasn't in control of myself. Oh my god.
But guys, let us know what you guys are think of Kite Man. If you haven't been watching it, check it out.
And if you haven't, if you haven't been watching it, you punch yourself in the face. That's what you're supposed to say. Shout out to Justin Hunt.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You all know what the hell it is. Hell yeah. That big diamond on my back. Hell yeah. So you know I spit.
I'm tripping. I thought somebody said something in the comments, but we're gonna move on to our next topic of the night.
You've been tripping since been tripping.
We're talking about man. I got so many vibes when I heard that music. I forgot how much I love that Danny Elfman score, man. That's right. If you don't know, now you know. We're talking about Beetlejuice, the new film from Tim Burton, starring Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jenna Ortega, Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, Willem Dafoe. Justin Theroux?
Justin Theroux.
He's thorough. He's thorough. Justin Theroux, Monica Bellucci, Willem Dafoe, and of course Michael Keaton as the ghost with the most. This has been a long time coming. It's been over 30 years. I think it's 35 years since the first film came out in 1998. But I don't know. I'm not going to do that time math right now. But it's this sequel has gone through many iterations, many writers. But before we talk about the new film, let's talk about the old film a little bit. Were you a big fan of the 1988 Beetlejuice film, the original?
Hold on, man. You just asked me a TV question, man.
A movie question.
Man, no, but you asked me come on, man. The hell is wrong with you, man?
This is for the audience.
I like this movie. Now, what you not telling the people is that the movie is a little bit weird out here for the movie.
Yeah.
So
Ophelia's, just to let you know, we'll let you know when we get into spoilers so you can duck out. But right, we're gonna keep it light up top.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it super light because there's a lot of people who hadn't seen it. But which we're really good about doing here.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Cause we're the Black Siskel and Ebert, nigga. What the fuck y'all talking about? Like we gonna talk about it and we ain't gonna spoil it and you still gonna want to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's how it work it's how it work every Tuesday. I swallow it every Tuesday.
Sorry. A Tone Loc from
I had to drop my Tone Loc in person. This shit right there. I swallow it every Tuesday.
It's a pretty good Tone Loc.
I love Beetlejuice. I'm over here singing the song and shit, nigga. What's wrong with you? Also, shout out to the cartoon. Beetlejuice was a way better cartoon than it was a movie, in my opinion. For some reason, it was, I don't know, it just hit harder as a kid. I love Beetlejuice, by the way. Like, I love Beetlejuice. Okay.
Yeah.
But then Beetlejuice got kind of fucked up for me, man. I ain't gonna lie. Which made it easier for me to be able to judge, like, not judge, but critique this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like,
and
sorry.
Yeah, no, Terry, I just want to set it up for everybody. Like, producer Terry, we were having like a conversation off pod one day, and we was talking about Beetlejuice coming out with a sequel. And he was like, "Oh, you mean the PDF file movie?" And I was like, "Yo, what, son?" He was like, "Yeah, the PDF file." I was like, "Hold on." And like, as soon as he said it, like the second time when he said it, I was like, damn, it is. Like, as soon as he said it, I was like, yeah, it is a PDF file movie. It's a movie in which we as people celebrate a PDF file.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's not. At least he's not. He's not celebrated. Like he.
No, I mean we
happens to be
celebrate him as a character. Like we love Beetlejuice. Like we got cartoons, we got action figures, we got
right.
all that kind of stuff. Like I'm talking. When I say celebrated, I mean throughout society. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like throughout. You know what I mean? He's a beloved character.
Yeah.
He's a PDF file.
Yeah, and I think that
or a groomer at the best.
I think that for us, like I think it helps for us because we were fans of the cartoon, because it is a lot more, you know, oh, this is this little girl who has a ghost best friend, rather than him like tormenting her and her family and trying to get her to marry him.
But I loved the movie. Like loved the movie.
Right. Yeah, the movie's still great.
Actually, like I feel like it was like how many years? Like it was like 7 years before the damn cartoon came out.
Yeah, it came out. The cartoon came out in the 90s for sure.
Yeah, like so I'll look up how long it was, but to that point, I'm just saying like I had seen the movie way before, and I still had never gotten that concept. And it's not a movie that I go back and watch now. I know a lot of people go back and watch Beetlejuice for Halloween and stuff. Right. Honestly, it's not until I'm watching Beetlejuice for a revisit or rewatch that I even partially consider it to be a Halloween movie. I never think of it as a Halloween movie till I'm watching it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a ghost story.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's just such a good story. I don't consider it to be in a genre in my mind. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying the way my mind operates, it's just like, oh,
it's like, this
that
is,
great
this
movie.
is a Tim Burton movie. Not
You mean that only Tim Burton movie that I love? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm joking, people.
It's like the comments are about to blow up.
I'm joking.
But no, I feel the same. Like I really loved the movie and loved the cartoon as a kid. And yeah, I did have rewatched the movie more recently. I watched it like a year and a half ago. And yeah, I was surprised by two things. I was surprised by how little Beetlejuice is in the movie. I think I always forget about how little he is and how it really is about, you know, Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis's character, and also Winona Ryder and her family. It could be just a completely different movie without Beetlejuice. It could be just like a weird ghost story about this morbid kid getting to know these ghosts and dealing with death and the change in life.
But not without Bob.
But not without Bob. Who's Bob?
The character Bob.
Which one was
with the shrunk head that was weird.
Oh yeah.
It's not a different, it's a complete, you can't, I mean, you can't, what I'm saying is you can't tell the story without Bob.
I mean, yeah, you can't tell any story without Bob.
But
There's
anyway.
Bob here. Making he has a
But everybody's seen Bob. You've seen Bob in the first movie.
Yeah, you've seen Bob in the first one.
There's no spoilers.
We're definitely not in spoilers territory. That I don't think that was a spoiler image. But I really enjoyed that movie, and Michael Keaton just kind of pops in halfway through the film and just
go to Weasel because the Weasel say
and just like injects it with so much energy. Such a great performance. Like,
yeah,
he's fucking fantastic in that movie.
Who?
Michael Keaton.
No, I'm joking.
I'm just talking about Michael. I can dig it.
See, this is how you kill time.
Yeah.
When you thought there was going to be a third person here, but then you forgot that there wasn't going to be a third person here, then you go ahead and you kill time. Sorry, y'all. I'm joking. I'm going to stop.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the first film. The musical numbers are iconic, obviously. Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, just really great. So I was Nona Ryder. And I was semi excited about the announcement for the new movie because I'm not a huge Wednesday fan. I like Jenna Ortega as Wednesday, but I was like, are we just gonna get Jenna Ortega as like, are we gonna have her play all of the
Halloween kids? Well,
just like all the Tim Burton-esque archetypes. Like, is she gonna be playing like Helena Bonham Carter's character?
That's what I said. Halloween kids. She's just gonna be all the Halloween kids. I'm gonna play. Yeah. I'm just gonna play that weird, creepy girl.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna be what's her name? Damn, Aubrey Plaza's daughter in another movie. She's gonna,
Yo, I don't know how they haven't done a movie together.
she's go because Aubrey Plaza hates children.
Jenna
That's
Ortega
why
should have been in My Old Ass. That new movie that Aubrey Plaza has.
Aubrey Plaza hates children. So when she gets of age, then maybe she'll talk to her.
Like, don't talk to me.
You didn't know that was in Aubrey Plaza's contract? She can't be around children because she will hurt them. It's in her contract.
Jenna Ortega just looks like a baby. I bet she's like 29 years old.
She's a children's.
She's a children's. But yeah. So were you excited?
How old is Jenna Ortega? Put it in the comment.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
We ain't got time to look that up.
What did you? So were you excited when they announced the Beetlejuice film, or were you kind of like?
I was almost excited. She's 21 years old.
What do you want?
By the way,
Okay.
When I said I wasn't gonna look it up, I was already looking it up. But yeah, I was excited, but I was fickle, split.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that I should feel good about it or bad about it. Because there was the Lion King and all that shit, the mermaids and all that shit that just got remade. So I'm like, man, do I really want to go see this? Are they doing this? Is Tim Burton falling victim to fucking Disney shit?
Yeah.
And the answer was yes. But, you know, because you know what? I really do feel like we can talk about this without spoiling it regardless. I feel like that this movie really did do a good job of doing a remake, doing a sequel without putting pressure on the writers to make the same movie.
Right. We're not trying to recreate the first movie, because that's always a fool's errand. So you just might as well just try to
a fool's errand.
But they still managed to, I agree. I enjoyed this film. It was, and they enjoyed this and they used a lot of the elements that are really great about the first one. Before we get
is there like a background?
There is not, because I just thought we were going to be here by ourselves.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure I wanted to see if there was.
Like before we get into like how we really felt about it, just a brief plot description. This is on IMDb, so there's no spoilers here.
Spoilers.
After a family tragedy, 3 generations of the Dietz family return home to Winter River. Still hunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her teenage daughter Astrid accidentally opens a portal to the afterlife.
Oh, Astrid.
Oh, that's so Astrid. She's always doing
Astrid. Been doing that since the 3rd grade.
Gosh, Astrid, leave the afterlife alone.
Like, totally.
Reception has been positive. It currently has a 7.1.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. God damn, I've got to say it now because I forgot it twice.
What was it?
We're the straight men on film.
Okay.
We're the straight men on film. There's 2 snaps and around the world. I'll
take that. Yeah.
Dude, you know how bad that'll bother me if I remember that in the morning when I'm on the way to work? Like, fuck.
It's like, damn it.
This is why we're not rich.
This is why we fail. It currently has a 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Shout out to Dylan.
Dylan
good.
said,
you keep doing what you're doing. I got this.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 77% critics rating and an 81% audience rating. This is via Variety. Beetlejuice scares up $110 million in its second biggest September debut in history. It's obviously doing really well. Obviously, a lot of people were excited to see this movie. I know when I went to go see it, the theater was fucking packed.
Heavily outdid the first movie.
Yeah. As far as just like,
do I have a knock at the
box
door?
Office?
Is there a knock? at the door.
Oh.
Holy
That's the
guacamole.
sound of friends showing up at our door.
Oh,
Hey,
hey guys. It's your friendly friend and your highly high nerd.
and I wanna go home.
High nerd.
Yes, we have been greeted by a philosopher of the barbershop variety. Nite, thanks for joining us for this Beetlejuice.
Your highly high nerd highness.
What's going on, bud? Did you just have to come on and talk some Beetlejuice?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. I have questions about Beetlejuice. A lot of questions, and I saw you guys were just doing, a little podcast without me, and I was like, oh, well, yeah, wow.
Man, I just got rid of my imminent without me drop.
But
are you a fan?
Yeah, you said my name 3 times actually throughout this podcast, and I was like, ah, shit. I was in full makeup. I was washing it off, and you said it the 3rd time.
He was like, hey, man, because I got to jump home.
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 But no, are you a fan of the original Beetlejuice movie?
I actually watched it for the first time this summer.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, what were your thoughts?
I was like, what the fuck? Beetlejuice is kind of like almost not in this movie.
Yeah, right?
I was kind of like, I didn't get it. But then I started seeing Beetlejuice like everywhere. And I was like, I kind of get it now. Rewatched it. I was like, oh, this is a very crazy movie. But I have a lot of questions. My biggest question is the sandworms.
Okay.
Sandworms. Okay.
Yeah. Lay it on me. What's your question about the sandworms?
What are they?
I think
Dune stole That is what happened. That's it. Next question. No. So the sandworms are. Oh, you want to go ahead?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, unless you had like a really good answer. I don't have a really good answer. I was just gonna say that I think that one of the things that one of the characters says in this new Beetlejuice movie is that the afterlife is so random because so much weird shit just happens in these movies. And I think that's just like a sort of a lampshade on top of just like, we're just gonna introduce weird shit because it looks cool, because it is funny. I don't think there's any deep meaning or anything about the sandworms other than, hey, Tim Burton wanted to do some claymation weird shit in the middle of this movie. That's sort of going to be his Deus Ex Machina. That's going to kill Beetlejuice.
I feel you. So it's like, okay. But like at the same time though, they open up like this lore, right?
Dylan says they're death worms.
Okay, but you can't just add death to worm and then be like, that's an explanation of what they are. They've got
their own backstory. They've got a book. There's a whole book for their explanation.
Oh, really?
Well, their book that they're holding in the first movie.
Oh, yeah.
Which then shows up in this movie. Like, you see the book.
I wonder if that's a real book. Like, if it's actually
no real book.
I would expect crazy ass to actually write a full like.
Oh yeah, like actual like textbook of like introductory, like in like you know how like Texas or whatever is still using like old ass textbooks in like some counties or whatever.
Yeah,
like how often do you have to like update that textbook?
Right. It's like the last chapter of the textbook is like, the internet is gonna be really big.
Right.
Yeah. So the sandworms eat other paranormal or extraterrestrial type of characters.
Okay.
Like that's what it does. His job is to eat them up.
They feed them up.
I guess like one of the bigger things for me too is like then like who is managing all of this and like for what purpose or why, like I don't know.
So that sounds
I have not watched Beetlejuice Beetlejuice.
Well, I'm just saying, your question sounds like that might be a Beetlejuice. Like, who is running the underworld? That may be a bureaucracy.
The Watchmen?
As we know from the first one, it is a bureaucracy, and that continues very much so into this one. Into the second one. You know, Alex, who was your MVP of the Beetlejuice 2024?
My first, I'll just say, just give some flowers to a couple different people.
Oh, you got some honorable mentions?
Yeah, honorable mentions. I am not on the Jenna Ortega hype train. Like, it seems like everybody is just like sort of super in love with her. I think that she's fine. Although I've only seen her a few things, but I think that she's fine. Though I did really enjoy her in this. It made me think, like, there are a couple times in this movie where I was just like, in a lesser actor's hands, this would be really bad. Like, if you gave this to Sydney Sweeney, who I think that she's good at sometimes, but like in Anyone But You, she's fucking terrible. So I don't think that she could handle a movie like this. So
Anyone, like, very interesting how Sydney Sweeney, like, I thought she was coming with like the Riz, like their marketing with that.
Yeah,
it's just like, damn. But yeah, that movie, I was just like, who knows what they were even doing?
I don't like. That movie is all Glenn Powell and like the rest of the cast. Like, Sydney Sweeney, she could have ruined that.
And
how bad
I saw her in Immaculate, and it's like, oh, you know, it makes sense if she was even in Beetlejuice, if she was acting the way that she did in Immaculate.
Yeah,
you know
Immaculate, she's good. Like, and I feel like, you know, Jenna Ortega knows her strengths. She's playing the right roles that's right in her wheelhouse. And I felt like she did a really good job with this. And she's not just playing Wednesday, which I really appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
She's playing another morbid, solemn character, but she's not just being another.
Bill, how do you think about it? Do you think that like Jenna Ortega is like the new like scream queen, weird girl? Then, like, is she going to be doing this for like a decade?
She's 21, so she's due for that.
Jenna Ortega is 21.
Yeah, she's due for that downfall, baby.
She's in goddamn. What do you predict, Bill? When you throw the fish bones, what do you see in her future?
Yeah, when I throw the fish bones down,
Okay.
I see her having a whole relationship with Travis Kelce after Taylor Swift. And then people will look at Travis Kelce weird because she's so much older. I mean, she's so much younger than Taylor Swift. But then she'll break up with him and he'll retire from football right after that. And everybody will blame Jenna Ortega. And then no one will ever have her on the show or a movie again.
I would love to have Jenna Ortega on the show, actually.
Not after this. Not after what I just predicted. No. You won't.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna get canceled after this. She's gonna get canceled by proxy just from our podcast. But yeah, again, I liked her a lot. Michael Keaton is incredible. He just brings the same juice as always. But I have to give my MVP. The juice is loose. When he said that shit, I loved it. But I have to say that
kind of makes sense since OJ died, you know.
Why are we just looking at Jenna Ortega's nose and eyes and ears?
She's making sure you rate this well.
She's like, I don't care what you look at me like that, Jenna Ortega. You're still not my MVP.
Look at her, she's so deep. She's looking deep in my eyes. So it's upsetting.
But my MVP is actually Catherine O'Hara. She is far and away the funniest character in the movie. She has the best lines, and she's just like has great performance. I forgot how much I loved this character of this artist. This
she's a straight up asshole.
Yeah, an asshole. It's totally vapid, totally selfish, but still really thoughtful. Like still has some nice moments with her and Winona Ryder. So
I gotta look up vapid.
Great performance.
That was Catherine with a C. I don't know why I was thinking Catherine with a K for some reason.
I'm gonna look up vapid real quickly. Hold on.
That's the other Catherine O'Hara. She's a female. Yeah, who was
Catherine O'Hara? Does sound like just a dope ass old lady white actress name.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she is that.
But she wasn't always that.
I guess not always. Yeah.
But no, I mean like old, like black and white old. Not
Right.
like,
Yeah. Like
not her age old. Like,
right.
You know,
Like back. Yeah.
back in the day.
She's incredible, man. Great in Home Alone. Great now.
Best scream voice in Hollywood. Best scream in Hollywood.
She's got a pretty great scream voice. The kid that
With Jenna Ortega being in Scream, like franchise, like she's literally like a kind of like a Scream queen now.
Like the Scream and X. I haven't seen X, but
she's in X
apparently.
Oh shit!
And Wednesday.
I've seen that movie. I can't remember her in it. I guess.
I think it was like before she it was before Wednesday and everything, before she really blew up.
Okay.
She blew up.
Oh, did you not read the news this morning? She just spontaneously exploded.
And they put these kids these things.
It's too much stress on these kids. But what was this one?
Oh, my MVP for the movie?
Yeah.
My MVP. Mike Epps. He's not in this, is he?
He's not in this movie.
That's a different movie.
That's Madam Web.
My MVP is going to be. I know this is going to sound crazy, but my MVP is Bob. Bob gets a lot of work. This movie.
I loved Bob.
Shout out to Bob. If you know, you know.
Oh, sorry.
If you know, you know. Okay? Just go see the movie. You know what I'm talking about. Bob fucking killed it. He killed it.
Yeah, he was great. And I'm glad that you brought up Bob, because it lends to one of the more impressive parts of the movie is the practical effects.
Yeah.
Because there are moments Bob is like obviously this mostly a puppeted contraption. He's a guy in a suit with a weird little head on top.
As soon as I pulled up the message that says, "Oh damn, Nod's here. What's up, dude?" That motherfucker's camera went off. That's crazy, son. Beetlejuice in this motherfucker, man. It's crazy.
Beetlejuice. I loved all the practical work in this, and there was a moment in the movie where Bob is sweating, you can see little sweat beads coming out of his head and dripping down on his suit. It's how did they fucking do that? I love the fact that technology has progressed so much since the '88 film, which was also visually astonishing. Now we are in this place where we can do even cooler things rather than just coat everything in CGI. We can just push the practical effects that much further.
Glad you said that, really, because I found out that I guess I found it out two couple weeks ago. Found out about 2 couple weeks ago. That the Prometheus, not Prometheus, the alien Romulus or whatever it was that we just saw.
Oh yeah, Romulus, yeah.
That baby alien nigga, that nigga was a real nigga.
Right. Yeah, you showed me the behind the scenes footage.
I showed you. I forgot if I showed you or not. Yo, son, get this big ass nigga up out of here, bro. I'm not even fucking with you, nigga. If I'd been on set, I'd be like, yo, get this big ass. Get this big ass nigga up off the set, bro.
So
what the
big,
fuck, son? Why are you so big, son?
I looked it up after you showed me that, and he's I think he's a Croatian basketball player,
8'9" or some shit, 8 feet tall or some shit.
He's some basketball player in Eastern Europe, but
Bro, the fact that you guys said what Bill said, he said, "Get this big ass alien nigga the fuck out of here." Oh no, he said, "I found out that this big ass alien nigga is a real nigga." Hold on, what the fuck?
Hey man,
sorry.
We are
Come on, man.
Of the African American.
I'm sorry, but we're
gonna get an email tomorrow that says actually we're
the most niggerish shit I've ever fucking heard, bro. Maybe
I want y'all to put some respect on my name.
We may have just lost the election with that one.
So we just won the election off it. Niggas just learned some shit off of that shit. For real.
But yeah, like, were you as equally impressed by the practical effects?
Yeah, that's why I picked Bob. Nigga, I'm the one that picked Bob, not you, nigga. That's the reason I picked Bob.
Bob the Shrunken MVP.
Yeah, Bob Shrunken MVP. You know what I'm saying? My nigga came out here and set it out for all the reasons that you said. But you know, you stole all my reasons. But that's cool. It's not a competition. We not playing against each other. We are a team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm lobbing them up, you dunking them, or you just somebody's lobbing me and then you're taking my lob and dunking it.
Right.
But however it works, however you look at it.
Team ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, I what else is can we talk about?
No, but you know, I fuck with all of that you said. What do you feel like the spoilers though? I mean,
honestly, we can leave the spoilers be.
I feel
like the things that are spoilery, I think, you know, it's not that, you know, there's not that much to say about it. You know,
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, man, I feel like we could really just talk about this whole movie without really saying nothing about the movie.
Yeah, because there's some plot point. I'll say, like, at least my criticism of the movie, because again, I enjoyed it, but there are a lot of storylines, and I feel like some of them are kind of, I don't want to say pointless, but because they're fun and I enjoy them and they have some satisfying resolutions. But I was like, it was like, do we need it? Is it that important? But
yeah, I think that maybe sometimes the multiple storylines sometimes gets you out of it. When, especially when like you're in a sequel situation where there was only one storyline previously, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you could argue that there were two, but
yeah.
really there weren't two, you know. But what is a mainstay, constant through both films is that Beetlejuice is a PDF file.
Yes.
And you know, I heard somewhere that somebody say that there was no real villain in the movie, and I disagreed with that, or they didn't know who the villain was, and I just
argue that there are too many.
Isn't he
right? Like, exactly. That's what
villain.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that I feel like
that Joker.
That person was basically saying that Beetlejuice isn't the villain of this movie. Even if you saw him as the villain of the last, he's not the villain of this movie. And I'm like, I beg to differ because he's the same motherfucker. So if you feel like this nigga is not the villain, then you have been enamored with the character Beetlejuice since you were, you know, in diapers or whatever, and you just can't release your childhood, the childhood mindset of what this guy represented to you as a kid. But and what he represents in real life is touching children.
Well, you know, I will say, and this doesn't spoil anything.
No.
But I do feel like this does go sort of lean into an X2 situation with like Magneto, where like Magneto is still very much a villain, but because there are so many other forces out there, like we might need the help of the only other person who could like who's a formidable force to these other forces. Is like, you know, kind of like
help me Beetlejuice Kenobi.
You're my only hope.
Kind of in the same vein in the first movie, because like, you know, with Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin, they are trying to get Beetlejuice to help him, and then that's when shit turns sideways because oh no, he's a demented evil person who can't be trusted. So it kind of goes in the same vein in this film.
Yeah, right down the main vein, baby.
Right down the main vein.
Sorry, YouTube. I was just joking.
Is there anything else that you want to say about Beetlejuice before we move on?
Oh man. What was your favorite thing about the underworld this time? A lot of detail in the underworld.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was it was very entertaining. as it was before. Shout out to Willem Dafoe, who was.
You gotta keep it real.
You gotta keep it real, cause you gotta keep it real. Yeah, you gotta keep it real. My nigga, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all don't know him? Friend of the show? Has he not been on the show yet?
Oh, my boy Willem. Yeah.
Oh, he ain't been on the show yet. My bad.
There's always scheduling conflicts.
He be here so much. I just don't know when he's on the show or when he's just here hanging out.
He's in 2 movies this year. Yeah, this and Kinds of Kindness.
He was in 3 movies last year.
That nigga be working.
Nigga be working harder than you, nigga. No, don't nobody be working harder.
There's our MVP sweating.
Yeah, that's our MVP and our co-MVP. We're gonna make him co-MVP.
Willem. He was great.
Yeah, but shout out to Bob, man. You know, I know he worked real hard on this role. He told me he had a lot of issues about the way that they were going to formulate his character, but he was like, you know, I'm gonna just work through all that, and
like, I'm not just gonna come back for a superfluous sequel.
Wow,
it has to mean something,
right?
So our favorite cousin Bill likes Bob and Willem. I wonder if there's a little bit of a name conspiracy going on here. This is just too.
You think it's a
convenient?
You just wanted to hit the button.
I did just want to hit the button. It's been a long. It's been
a couple of weeks since the button got hit. Ain't nobody saying nothing worth shit. Maybe if y'all say some goddamn smart shit, a nigga can hit the button. No, I'm joking.
But
you got some smart shit.
Problem is we said too much smart shit.
Oh, Dylan said in the chat, I like stories where antagonist is being beaten down by an even worse villain, like Earth Vader and like
Darth Vader, probably.
Yeah, probably Darth Vader. Like Darth Vader and like or Voss from Far Cry and the CIA-led drug ring. Haven't seen Far Cry, but
you didn't see that coming?
Far Cry is a game, you fucking plebe.
It's still a story.
I just hit. You didn't see that coming because you hit. The more you know. I'm just gonna start hitting them now.
Just gonna start hitting buttons. It's
just gonna hit buttons with so many buttons in here, and nobody's hitting buttons. Fucking somebody hit a button. Sorry,
I would say, yeah, Dylan Smith corrected himself. All right, thank you. Yeah, I would say my favorite thing in the underworld was Monica Bellucci. Monica Bellucci.
The most important thing, huh? Wow.
That was my favorite thing.
That's kind of crazy. Oh, wow.
Played by Danny DeVito. He's just 2 big testicles. But my favorite part was there's this effect where one character, I'll just say Monica Bellucci because I think it shows in the trailer. But there's an effect where Monica Bellucci sucks the souls out of people, and they sort of their body goes limp, and then like,
and you were like,
that would have been the perfect D's nuts drop.
And you were like, she could do that to me.
No,
that's not what you said.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
Because then they fold up like an accordion.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Or like a pair of blinds. I just thought that effect was really, really cool. Another great use of the practical effects. It just looks so weird and creepy.
They did look like flappy skin, like flappy,
sucking the souls out of people.
Yeah, she's a soul sucker,
and she's super bad. She got soul.
That just reminds me. Yeah,
she's super so bad. My favorite part was probably the Soul Train.
The Soul Train was fun. It was surprisingly not obnoxious.
It was, yeah. You know what? It got obnoxious for me,
yeah,
but I ain't gonna say when. But you know what, man? We do gotta move on because we'll be talking about this shit all night.
But guys, if you've seen Beetlejuice, let us know what you thought of it. Nite, I'm curious. Like, are you curious about the movie? Are you gonna go see it? Or
yeah, eventually. I mean, I took
I'm like bootlegging tomorrow.
25 years or something to watch the original one.
Take 25 years to watch this one.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? Might make it a tradition.
Yeah, just like wait at least 2 decades before you watch
Like,
it.
whoa. Yeah.
When Beetlejuice comes out, that'll be the time.
Yeah. That might be the time. Probably like sooner than later, to be honest. Dude,
Yeah, that is a
y'all
lot.
talk about Mufasa dying?
Who that?
Mufasa.
Oh no, we
Oh.
haven't. You know what, man? Rest in peace to God, man. We did not talk about the fact that James Earl Jones passed away today.
I did not know that until this moment.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, no,
Oh, nigga, you really don't be on the internet.
I really don't.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
And I ain't had a time to
complete
really
lack
talk
of
to him
being.
about it. Like he don't be on the internet. You just gotta realize it's not. Alex wouldn't know about it till tomorrow when it would be in the newspaper.
He's waiting for Jimmy Olsen to print that shit.
Yeah, he waiting on Clark Clinton to put out an article.
Well, I was at work and I saw this shit from Mark Hamill, and I
Yeah,
said,
R.I.P. Dad.
"R.I.P. Dad," and I was like, "Oh no!"
But
Oh,
you know
man.
what? On
He's
his
I can't let
birthday,
these motherfuckers.
and on his birthday, he would always, like happy birthday, Dad, when he would be his birthday.
that's awesome.
So just so you know, it wasn't just because he was trying to be cute on somebody's,
Darth.
passing.
Yeah, he always like had that admiration for him. Man,
Right.
that's crazy.
Two of the best voice actors ever in history, right there. So, like, not only are they two of the best actors, but the dominant
Best villains.
voice actors of all time.
Yeah,
And the best, like the most, compelling characters.
yeah.
Fucking,
It's crazy. Yeah, just like the range of James Earl Jones. He's able to play one of the most empathetic, lovable dad figures in Mufasa that everybody loves. And also Darth Vader, who's he's a space Nazi.
But shout out to him, man. He was the first.
So-
He was the first light skinned nigga, man. For real, man. He was the first one. He was out here blue eyed,
Yeah,
blue eyes. What was y'all talking about?
he was
First
he
of all,
said that
any
before
of you
Sinbad.
niggas who think you is knocking it down right now, you think you finger popping out here, you was not doing
Here popping.
shit when it come to fucking James Earl Jones. James Earl Jones ain't had no money, was finger popping hoes harder than y'all. Oh, sorry. Is that what we're talking about?
Not exactly.
I don't know. I thought we were talking about voice acting.
Not at all, man. This man, the myth, the legend. This is his whole life. Look at
I
him.
mean, like regular acting too. Like, come on.
Yeah, no, man. He was the king of a country in
Yeah.
Africa.
I saw Field of Dreams for the first time a couple years ago, and he
Oh
popped.
shit!
up a little bit.
Really?
I was like, holy shit!
Nice.
James Earl Jones is in this movie, and he's
That's
incredible in that movie.
And-
He's incredible in everything.
The Sandlot. nigga.
Sandlot, and honestly, after I watched Field of Dreams, it was like, I don't know, it was
Is that
weird.
the same universe? Is that what you want to say?
Well, no, not necessarily. Just makes that cameo mean so much more. It's like, oh, he's associated with baseball because of this big baseball. He's already
And
a
he
big
loved
movie.
baseball. He loved baseball. Like, that's another thing. And he
Yeah.
played a boxer. I think he played damn, I can't remember what boxer he played. The one that used to fuck white women.
The fifth vein that does capture my. I was just like at like 93. Yeah, get your ass on out of here, bro. Because you did the thing. Like, it's not like fucking when Chadwick died. You know what I mean? I was like, come on, bro.
No,
Yeah,
nobody's
you
saying
should've- you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Nobody
No,
said. First of all,
yeah.
nobody even mentioned how old he was. Like, nobody said.
No,
he-
but the
Nobody
fifth
said-
vein that mentioned
I'm
it.
saying
The
nobody
fifth vein
saying.
mentioned it.
I know. I'm just addressing that. I'm saying
Mhm.
nobody said he was gone too soon. We was just saying.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
sad good movie.
yeah, we're just reminiscing. But yeah, no, I was saying that like I was thinking the same thing at the fifth man. I was like, yeah, he did the whole goddamn thing.
He did
He did the whole goddamn thing.
just an incredible career.
Yeah.
And he'll be super missed.
Yeah, I'm
but-
pretty sure like his legacy will continue for like hundreds of years, probably.
Yeah, I mean, from Darth Vader and Mufasa alone, like that's two iconic characters that they will never. Disney will never stop making movies about those two characters.
I don't think they will, dude. I really don't think they will.
Fucking December.
Man, somebody pull up Christian Haydenson's Twitter page. I bet you his shit looks crazy.
Yeah, actually,
I bet you
he's
people
probably
are
going
talking crazy to his ass right now, man, for no reason.
Are you saying that you're gonna be like
He's the
mean
only
about
Darth
this
Vader
shit?
left. Nigga. Like, yeah, niggas is on his top right
That's right,
now.
because the other Darth Vader passed as well, the white Darth Vader. So yeah, he's the last Darth Vader.
What was it? Fucking. You said James Earl Jones.
I'm just talking about Christian Hayden's fucking Twitter page. Probably look. He probably
Isn't it Hayden Christensen?
It is
Christian Haydenson, nigga.
He said.
Look, hold on one second.
Look, we're going to go
Haydenson.
outside, and I'm going to fucking call him Christian Haydenson.
It's like Daniel.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because they're the same fucking person. I can't see anything.
Yeah,
it's like a recurring joke on Big Mouth where they always call Daniel Day-Lewis Daniel Dave Lewis. It's like for whatever reason they always pronounce Daniel Dave Lewis.
That's fucked up. Because Daniel Day-Lewis is such like an esteemed fucking like he's a goddamn thespian.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Who are we
I just feel like I feel
this,
like my auntie calls him Daniel Dave Lewis because she just like
who are we doing a show with? I had to stop doing the Hayden Christensen joke because they was like they thought I was serious.
I don't know. It must have been Ahsoka because that was the last time we were talking about him heavy.
Like, dude, why are you going? Like, I was trying to type and I was like, wait, what's his name?
He's like, hey,
am I fucking okay?
yeah, am I tripping? Or
Why is Google Christian Hayden?
Bill's so good at this job. How does he not know what he's talking about?
That's pretty good.
But let's move on to our last topic of the night. Again, just RIP to James. I guess we should add a little time stamp.
You know what? Also, though, shout out to the God, man. Fucking James Earl Jones, man.
Yeah, we celebrate life over here.
Celebrating life over here, bro. You killed it, bro. Fucking, paved the way for us niggas, man. Like, listen to how amazing my voice is, man. You think niggas would care for James Earl Jones? Nobody even cared unless it was for James Earl Jones.
Speaking of which, Dylan Smith said in the chat, the actor in A New Hope was a skinny white guy with a goofy accent.
We're gonna replace his voice right away, actually, because no one's gonna take that shit seriously.
Yeah, that dude did sound like fucking Mr. Sunday movies. Like he's just like that's not the voice you want from fucking Darth Vader.
Okay, mate, I'll go over there and I'm gonna choke you or whatever.
Hey, Leia, why don't you bother coming over here a little bit? Yes, and then we'll talk about this. Yes,
yeah, super Kiwi. Actually, it's just. Not even Australian, it's just straight up New Zealand.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
I don't know.
What are you guys talking about next?
Racist.
We are talking about Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, episode 4, season 2, Eldest.
Peace.
Not
Nerdy Arts out.
Thanks for coming on and talking about the ghost with the most, bro. Have a good night.
Ghost with the most.
Yeah, and this
give him a
little applause.
Yeah, he's out of here.
In this
he's gone.
In this episode, the stranger finds what he's been searching for, and Arondir and Isildur search for Theo, and Galadriel and Elrond walk into a trap.
You did that good.
Thank you. I was really nervous about the pronunciation there, but everything came together like butt cheeks. I'm curious what your initial thoughts are. Let's talk about initial thoughts before we get into it. Since you're rolling the blunt, I will let you cook for a second.
I'll let you talk.
I personally thought that this is one of the stronger episodes of the series. Like, I feel like the story moved well. I feel like most of the time when we're watching these shows, we're just like, well, why the fuck did they do that? Why the fuck did they do that? but this wasn't.
You mean in these episodes in this show?
Yeah, on this show. Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I feel like there are a lot of times where we'll just be like picking it apart. But there wasn't a lot to pick apart about this episode. Like it just kind of moved together smoothly,
Like
and
a regular TV show.
Yeah, like a regular ass TV show. And I felt like the finale of the episode was really strong. Like I was surprised by how satisfying that came together. I was like, oh shit, is this a good show now? But you know,
it's a good show.
Let's not say things we can't take back. But those are my initial thoughts personally. I thought that this was the strongest episode of the series so far. What about you?
I thought that this was the best episode so far. It's episode 4, right?
Episode 4, yeah.
Typically, that's how TV shows go. Episode 4 is usually blowing you up out of the water. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Which is, to me, is why they do the 3-episode release thing.
Mm.
I'm gonna release 3 so that now you're hooked. If you watch the first 3, now you're hooked. Even if you didn't like the first 3, you got to come back for the 4th one now, because you got to be like, well, maybe it'll be good. And usually all of the 4th episodes are good in a TV show.
Yeah.
So, because now we got to go back down in episode 5, and
Right.
then 6, and then come back up in 7, 8, penultimate, then 10.
That's how it usually is with at least that's how it usually is with albums. I found out too. Like episode 4 is usually a banger. Me and Herman.
Well, you
are
remember
always talking
7
about
used
that
to
all the time.
be the track.
Yeah. It's 4 and then 7. Yeah.
And then you come back. But that's just how people experience things. We experience them on the up and a down, the ebbs and the flows. Emotionally, that's how we view art. And
That's interesting.
yeah, so you put that into account, and I think that's why they do that these days as far as television programming. But it still holds the same. In case y'all are wondering if we're talking about 26 what do you call it, 26 episodes or 24 episodes, seasons, it still holds the same, because you get to 10 and then you're at the top, and then you come back down again. So
yeah, there's just more ebbs and flows in the longer
just
seasons.
do the same way, just in case anybody would be wondering. That's how you write shows.
That's how you write a television show.
Or that's how shows are written. I don't want to say that's how you do anything. I don't do it, but I am a critic, and that's what I do.
It's official.
Yeah, bitch. Man, you know what I'm saying? We said way more bitches than Siskel and Ebert. That's why we're cool. But yeah,
I mean, on TV, I'm sure that they've thrown around bitches all the time.
man, you know they was flipping all kind of bitches. You talking about?
They'll throw the word bitches. Right? It's like, but yeah. Let's talk about what goes down in this episode. Because like again, one of the stronger episodes. Are you good? Check it out. Elrond and Galadriel set out for Eregion. Oh dear, yeah, messed up the pronunciation there. They head out for Eregion with a company of elves. They come to a bridge that has been destroyed by lightning and are forced to take a different path. Galadriel receives a vision from her ring of power. The danger lies on their new path and believes that this is a trap set by Sauron. Elrond dismisses the ring's warning.
I hope everybody who is friends with Othelius and with Fifth Bantha, Lil Frothy, y'all tell them, hey, you can come back. We're done spoiling Beetlejuice.
Oh yeah.
You can tell all
spoilers for Beetlejuice are over.
If you're friends with anybody who was waiting on not hearing anything about Beetlejuice, you can come back now, because we're done talking about Beetlejuice. It's all about the Lord of the Rings.
And also, if you're back now, we didn't spoil Beetlejuice at all. Like we were about to talk about the story, but we were just like, there's enough to talk about without getting into the spoiler aspect of it. So
hey, Lil Frothy and Fifth Bantha said, I'm back, baby. They already back.
They're back like Bender.
Hello.
I'm back, baby. Yeah, like so Elrond is still not fucking with the ring for anything, like, or anything that the ring has to offer.
Right.
So like, and he still seems to like, he still sees it as an instrument of Sauron's like evil, and,
As it is.
Yeah, as it is.
Spoiler.
As it should be.
See, that's what I love about this show. Ain't no spoilers. We already know everything.
Yeah, and
you already know everything. If you already saw the movie or read the books, you already know everything.
And everyone here knows it. Like, everyone knows that Sauron made the rings at this point. But he's just like, at this point, not corrupted by the idea of what he can.
Right. No, I mean, we know.
Oh yeah. We know how this story's gonna end.
Yeah,
unfortunately. But what did you think of Elrond's character being the one who's just sort of he still has that belligerence towards the ring and towards Galadriel, who they used to be really tight.
He was tight. They was all right. I don't know how tight they was. They kind of said they was tight, but then nothing about the first season led us to believe that they really were actually tight.
In that first episode, it seemed like they was like homies. Like,
yeah, they was friends, but like immediately they start doing the exact opposite of what he like lied to her about what he intended to tell the king. Then she came up there and then she found out, oh, it's a lie. Nigga, goddamn, you done did this. This dude just did this. That's what said. Oh, good night, Gers and Purrs. Good night.
Gers and Purrs. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for hanging out with us. And good night to anybody else who's popping out of here. And hello to everybody who just joined, because the numbers just went up a little bit. Shout out to all y'all.
Hello.
What was I about to say?
You were talking about Galadriel and Elrond's relationship and how it was always kind of rocky.
Yeah, she tends to go against what others consider. They're elves, they're not people, but she tends to go against what others feel is in her best interest.
Yeah,
except in this case of Sora.
Yeah, and it's
or I guess his name was Halbrand at the beginning.
Yeah, Halbrand. And they did set her up to be sort of a loner in the first season, or at least that first episode. I felt like the first episode of the first season was really strong because they set up her character as being very recluse and a misanthrope, but she's not really close with anybody in her party that she's out, like exploring this cave.
Because her brother died, so she just can't be around nobody. Right. Can't have love.
Yeah, she's like Angel from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, just like always brooding
for an eternity.
But then when she gets back to like the spot, her and Elrond like immediately click, and they just like chopping it up. And I thought that was like a cool character moment because like you see that she don't really fuck with anybody but this dude. Like he's the only guy that really understands her, like on at least her personality.
Shout out to Friend Rear Fire. Hope I said that right.
Friend Rear Fire.
Continue making your
point. Is that a squid? What is that? Snail?
It's a wave. It's a wave.
Oh, it's a wave. It's an alien wave.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just felt like that was a really great way to set up their friendship and seeing just like intellectually, but it didn't play out very well as the season went on. But yeah, just seeing the rift in their relationship is pretty cool, and how that can be to his detriment. It's like there's a whole lot of reasons not to trust this ring, and there's a whole lot of reasons not to trust Galadriel because she's not
whole lot of reasons why to use it too, though. Like you find yourselves like that's the thing about temptation. That's what the rings represent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about temptation is you can find yourself with the ability to ward it, like to fend it off, but you can find so many other reasons why to use it, or just as many reasons why to use it.
Yeah.
So like it, and that's just in anything. Like you can be on a good diet, but decide you want them goddamn lemon pepper wets. You want them lemon pepper wets. Right. But
should look good.
Hey man, should look good. But then you got you work out all the time, you do it. But you can find as many reasons for it to be good for you
Mhm.
as you could find for it to not be good for you as well, because just the nature of humanity.
Yeah.
You know,
And I think that's one of the genius things about these stories. Again, I haven't read the Lord of the Rings books, but it seems very obvious that this is an allegory for technology. Like you can do great things with it, but unfortunately, almost always it ends up in the hands of the wrong people, and it ends up being abused, and it ends up being terrible for everybody. Uh, Alex, you can't read. Thanks for that, into never, whoever you are.
oh, that's the wrong one. Hold
Um,
that nigga got to get out of here. I'm gonna kick him out of the pod. Out of the chat.
but I
if
do
it's okay
appreciate
with you.
I do appreciate just the way that Elrond, and he's coming from a different standpoint, kind of the avatar for the audience, because we know how bad this can and will be for everybody involved. But yeah, everybody else is the rings just brought life back to all elven community, so it's kind of hard to
It gave
argue
them.
against
It
that.
extended them their time on the earthly plane.
Yeah, they was all
They
about to take a
grew
boat
their
to
tree
heaven.
back and shit. But like, is it gonna do that for everything else? Is it really gonna do that for the dwarves? And no, the answer is also no. We already know the answer to this question. Like that's also it's the beauty and the bad about it's the beauty and the beast of this show. It's like I don't actually have to wonder about implications of what could happen from this and that,
Right.
because I know what happens. I know that all of these people fucked this shit up royally,
Yeah.
and they never were able to recover. And then it took the help of two little hobbit men,
Hobbitses.
and one dwarf and one elf and a man. Like we know how this works out. I just don't know.
And two eagles.
Two eagles
at the end.
And one partridge in a pear tree.
One partridge in a pear tree.
But
Speaking of,
sorry, it's just really hard for me to get deep into this show when knowing those things. But what I have been able to find entertaining or keep me engaged is that we're getting to see an actual Sauron and see Galadriel and what's the other dude's name?
Elrond.
We're getting to see them because we see them in the first movie, but we're going to see how they interact with each other, and the fact that they already all met, and that which you're probably about to try to move on to now, but we're also getting to see the birth of the hobbits,
The Hobbitses.
and
Filthy Hobbitses.
Filthy hobbits.
Should have won an Oscar. But
yeah, I should have. Oh yeah, no, not me. No, but yeah, we're getting to see the beginning of the hobbits, and we're also getting to see Gandalf's origin story. Now, there's certain people who still, I guess, are holding out hope that that's not Gandalf, or maybe it will be somebody else. But I think that's, for lack of a better word, I think that's stupid. It's like, clearly this is fucking Gandalf. Clearly his like affinity for small people is being shown here.
Yeah.
Like, like this is him. He even did you shall not pass. He did that shit without trying to do it,
There is, I will say,
Last
there's
episode.
still some, there's still some room for it to be, say, like Saruman, just because they mentioned
You're a hater.
well, they mentioned in Lord of the Rings before too that Saruman was once a friend of the hobbits. Like it seems like at the beginning of Lord of the Rings, everybody's like, yo, that nigga changed. Like we never got to see like cool Saruman. But apparently he was like super chill before the events of Lord of the Rings. So I could see if they wanted to go that way and like tease it out. I think, but I feel like the mystery box of it all kind of hinders it. Just like let the people know, so that's not something that they think about. Or
The
maybe
stranger. They're still calling him the stranger, even in the closed captionings. Sorry, I had orange juice that was going back of my throat. I'm sorry. That's probably worse than hearing it. Sorry.
and it is funny because like mystery box things work on a lot of shows that make people want to know what's going to happen, even knowing the outcome of a film, like whether it be a prequel or a protagonist that we know is not going to lose. It's like we know Batman's always going to win, but
hate it.
It's interesting, but it's the interesting part is knowing how he's going to win.
Right.
So
Love
there's
that part.
stories that are able to keep you intrigued, even though you know how it's going to turn out. But I don't know. There's something a little lacking with the show most of the time. But not.
It's a plot. Oh
yeah,
it's a plot. There is no plot there. I don't think that there can be a plot for something that you already know the plot to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I already know where we're going. I feel like this should have been placed a little bit further back. Like, we know for a fact that Sauron existed before the events of this movie. I mean, the events of this show, right? Like, he had already existed. There was already these wars. There was already this other stuff, this other backstories for all these characters.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't we just start back there? It seems to be a lot of stuff that has happened for an eon already. And we wouldn't have been able to bump up against like, oh, is this so-and-so's son? Oh, that's what's his name, daddy.
Right.
Ooh, that's like, oh, they must, because then it's so much more predictable as to what could be coming up next. I just feel like they should have gone back a little further. But you know what that does? That puts you in a situation where you're not using source material anymore.
Yeah, like and maybe Lord of the Rings will be like Star Wars at some point, where they just like they explore the universe outside of like what we know. Is like, okay, we can just create a story in this world and it'll still be interesting. Okay, but it is weird when we bump up against characters that we know and we're asking all these questions. I was like, oh, is that person related to a fucking Palpatine?
Right.
Sorry, I'm still mad at.
Well, somehow
I'm still mad at the Rise of Skywalker.
Somehow Palpatine survived.
Somehow Palpatine's returned.
I mean, everybody knows that. Goddamn, boy.
Goddamn, boy. Dylan Smith said in the chat, early Saruman is like 10,000 years old, given the life of the Vanar. Okay. I'm assuming that you're a fan of the books, because I never got a chance to read the books, and
he can't spell Vanar.
Yeah. You think I would? You think I
not
could?
until you just put it up there.
Yes, and I've heard people say that it couldn't be Saruman because it wouldn't match up timeline wise when he entered Middle Earth, but
right. That's why I think it's Gandalf, man. Look at Saruman, man. I think the black, dark, not so dark wizard, that's got to be Saruman, right?
I thought that at first. You don't think so? He's not like Saruman's supposed to be chill at this. Like before,
he was pretty chill.
He seems like, everybody hates him.
Well, now just because everybody hates you, don't mean you're not chill. Everybody hates me. Not everybody.
Let's actually talk about a group of people who definitely hate the Dark Wizard, also known as Mance Rayder, separated from his Harfoot companies.
I'm the true king of the North.
Separated from his Harfoot companions, the stranger comes across a mysterious man who. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll talk about the stranger a little bit. But Nori Brandyfoot and Poppy Proudfellow meet a community of halflings called Stoors who live in a desert canyon. Gundable, Earthhauler, the leader of the Stoors, I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, plans to turn.
You said that right. The Stoors.
That one I got right, but the Gundable Earthhauler, I don't know about that.
No, you said that right too. Gundable. Yep.
Okay,
you got it. That means stupid and happy.
The leader, she plans to turn them away due to them being hunted by the Dark Wizard. She realizes that the Harfoots are descendants from a Stoor who left in search of the Suzat, place of green hills that he dreamed could be the home of the halflings.
And so,
Now-
apparently the Suzat is actually the
Shire.
Shire. Stands for the Shire.
Yeah. It was just a really cool moment because we get like the origin, like you were saying, it's the origin of the hobbits, and we know the hobbits really well because of the movies and because of the first season of this show. We get little bits about the Harfoots and how they're sort of the ancestors of the hobbits. So it's really cool just seeing like this lineage. I've enjoyed the Harfoot storyline way more than I thought that I would for this show.
This season.
No, period. I like.
Well, no, remember the first season we didn't really like them at first because it was like it was I guess it was more so the character, the two little. Wait, first of all, that's another thing I want to go. Brandy Hartfoot,
yeah,
and Poppy.
Yeah,
Hartfoot. So one is an alcohol.
Well, Nori Brandyfoot.
Yeah, Nori Brandyfoot.
And Poppy Proudfellow.
And Poppy, listen, Nori Brandyfoot, drugs. You know what I'm saying? Alcohol, drugs.
Okay.
And then Poppy.
Seed of the poppy.
Seed of the poppy.
Or milk of the poppy.
It is a milk of the poppy as well, sir. Yeah, these are a bunch of drug addicts. I mean, or their parents were. Excuse me, their parents. You can't pick your name.
Yeah, their parents were hippies. What are you gonna do? Dude.
Yeah, I feel like last year we felt like they were a little bit, those two characters were too a little Samwise and Mr. Frodo-y.
No,
but they didn't. They just didn't lean into it, and we were like, "Yo, they should just lean into it. Like either let them be, Samwise or Mr. Frodo, or just don't." Because remember the last episode they made them split up, so it's like, wait a minute,
right? I didn't like the fact that they split up, and I remember
they brought it back together this season.
But I really liked the Harfoots in the first season too. Then I remember in the first season, like when we were covered it last year or 2 years ago. I was like,
I said you didn't have no nigga friends.
I was surprised.
Up in college. Oh, sorry.
I don't know what that was, but
you know that song. I'll play that song for you later.
I was surprised by how much I liked the Harfoot story because I didn't like the Sam and Frodo story in Lord of the Rings. I thought that shit was boring and stupid and just like so cheesy and corny.
Right, but we were saying like they were like halfway in with it, so it's like either do it or like you know what I'm saying. And then they split them up, and we were just getting used to them being together, and then they split them up.
Yeah, like
I'm just saying we didn't like what they did with those two characters, but we like the Hartfoots.
No, I mean, no, I like what they did with those two characters. What I didn't like about that whole storyline was the mystery box around the Gandalf guy.
Well, why you said you didn't like the split up last year?
Yeah, because I like them together. The split them up seems stupid.
That's what I was saying. That's what I'm talking about. That's the part where we were like, we were liking them, and then they just was like, fuck this shit. They split them up because that's what we felt like. Because that was the end of the season. Yeah. That was the last episode of the season.
Yeah, like I'm glad that they decided to keep them together because now they have their own little journey that's not connected to the stranger.
And also the stranger, I can consider him a part of the Hartfoot story. So I don't like that's what I was also saying. Like we weren't really feeling that shit because I consider him to be a part of the Hartfoot story as well.
And I think that's why, just to transition to the next topic, why I think that I like this episode so much is because I didn't like all the Harfoot Gandalf shit. It's like something about this dynamic is off. Like I liked the initial...
no little man be hanging out with no little children.
Well, I like
even if they grown little children. I don't care if they grown little children. He should be hanging out with no little children.
Like I appreciated the Encino Man element of it at the beginning.
Man, Brendan Fraser would have been great.
It would have been really great.
Wow.
But it started to weigh thin on me a little bit, and now I appreciate that we're getting to see the Harfoots do their thing, and we're seeing the stranger do his thing with Tom Bombadil. That was a transitionary
Oh
pause.
no, hold on. No, that wasn't a transitionary pause. That was wondering if I was gonna give you this.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
I didn't come
I
up
ain't
with the
got time
name.
to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go outside, nerd.
I didn't come up with the name. It's
Oh, you want to interrupt me? You want to interrupt me?
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go.
get the audio and the visual. Yes, separated from his Harfoot companions, the stranger comes across a mysterious man who introduces himself as Tom Bombadil after rescue. Oh yeah, there's theories to behold for sure. We're going to talk about Tom in a second. But after rescuing the stranger from being consumed by a tree, Tom explains that he is eldest and remembers a time before there were stars. He came to Rune to see what had become of the once beautiful land, which is now a wasteland ruled over by the Dark Wizard. Tom explains that the stranger has been tasked with stopping both the Dark Wizard and Sauron. Now, what did you think of this character, Tom Bombadil, and him being sort of like a Yoda figure for our stranger?
He is now. This is from research that I've done because I knew Jeff wasn't going to be here, so my research is a little raggedy. Okay, but
raggedy research.
Tom, that's his name, right?
Yeah, Tom.
Uncle Tom. That's what we gonna call
Uncle
him.
Tom Bombadil.
So look, yeah, for real though, Uncle Tom is his purpose is ambiguous. His origin is ambiguous, according to the author in the original work. He intended him to be that way without any answer to who he really is. So one of the ways that I interpret his existence is that he is like God. Like if God existed but didn't know he was God. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say God created everything, but then God just was like, here. And like, he didn't think about like, oh, I created everything. Like, it'd be like you thinking about the shit that you took earlier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like,
Yeah.
here. And he's just here, just watching shit happen.
Yeah.
And so that's how I kind of look at this guy, because he talks about seeing everything grow. He was there before the first acorn dropped on the ground.
Yeah.
And then what's interesting about that is that when we see the Ints, which I've been saying I've been waiting to see some Ints since last season. But anyway, the Int mentions that the female Int that she had raised some of them up since acorn.
Yeah.
Or that one of them knew them since they were acorn.
Yeah.
And he says,
which is a weird thing to even think about, just like two acorns hanging out. Like,
no, one tree hanging out watching the acorn.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh man, yeah, that's gonna be a tree one day.
Like, you're going to be a tree one day.
Can't wait to talk about the Ents.
But then Uncle Tom then says, before that, foreshadowing it, says that he was there when the first acorn dropped.
Yeah.
That's just deep, son.
Very deep.
You know what I'm saying? He putting you on game. He's telling you, I was here before everything. And then the Ent tree lady, I think her name was Frost Lilies or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forget.
But yeah, her character then says, we were here before the mountains split the trees. Remember?
Yeah.
And so my thing is, he's telling you he was there first.
Right. Yeah.
Because if he saw the first acorn drop, then that was before they saw the mountain split the trees. You know, whatever.
No.
I'm just saying, I'm just out here giving y'all this goddamn work right now.
No, it's definitely like really beautiful dialogue about just like explaining this world and how old it is. And because we have these trees that are so ancient that they literally saw mountains sprout from the ground, which is also like, and they said it divided the forest, which is like sort of an allegory for like we were here before there was like big conflicts. We were here before there was war.
Which I don't get that. I've heard that around the scuttlebutt, the water cooler.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't be at the water cooler. I'll be at the snack machine.
I'm hanging out with other folks.
I'm hanging out with the cool people.
Everybody who just came back from smoking weed. Just like, I need to get me some Funyuns real quick.
Man, my break be hella lit. What? No, I wish my break was that lit though.
Yeah, I can't break like that. I gotta focus. I wish I can't be doing that shit.
You know what? I'm gonna stop talking about that shit.
It's like there's an episode of Broad City where somebody got high in the alley. He's like a chef, and then like later on you see him. He's in the background. He's like just like staring off into space. And then like one of the main characters in the foreground, they're like, "We can see you high back there, Julio." It's like I don't ever want that to be me at work. It's like, Alex, you're not doing anything. You've been staring.
Are we the male black Broad City girls?
No.
My tits aren't big enough.
I do think that the Broad City girls are like the female workaholics.
Oh,
you don't think that's a good comp?
No, they're less ridiculous.
A little less ridiculous. Well, that might just be the femaleness.
They're a lot less ridiculous, dude. They man, you know what? That would be great to have them on the show, and let's do a versus.
That'd be cool.
Let's do a versus.
Let's do a versus.
Fuck them. We don't need them on the show. We'll just do a versus anyway.
But Tommy Bombadil. Yeah, I did enjoy this character. Like you said, he does seem like just like a very ethereal god character who is just very silly, kind of like in the same way of Yoda. Has some mystery about him, but he's guiding our hero on the path.
Good job.
Oh yeah, thank you. I be watching a lot of shit. And yeah, like, and I'm always down to compare anything to Star Wars. So there, yeah, when I saw this relationship that they're gonna have, it was very cool. Little Frothy said, "Y'all black Matt Damon and Ben Affleck." Ha! I don't know. Yeah, I'll take that. But who's Ben and who's Matt?
You know what she said that for? Because we always like that nigga Ben Affleck because he white.
You white? You Ben Affleck.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You know what? Put it in the comments. Are we the white Ben Affleck and Matt Damon?
Or black Ben Affleck and Matt Damon?
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. Are they the white versions of us?
Yeah. Or what's your favorite? What's your duo comp for the
for us? Yeah, like
let us know.
What's the duo comp?
Abbott and Costello, Mary Kate and Ashley. Let us know.
Yeah, those are the ones you can't use already. Can't use those.
You can't use those.
I don't want to hear Batman and Robin either. I don't want to hear no ambiguously gay shit. We're brothers.
Yeah, I'll take a Nightwing and Robin though. That's a brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that'll work.
A Gladriel or no, Uncle Tom and Gandalf.
Yeah, and Uncle Tom and Gandalf. Yeah, that's a good duo. Lil Frothy said Han Solo and Luke. Okay, I'll take that. Who you want to be, Luke or Han?
Man,
I feel like
who you think is Han?
I feel like you're Han.
Okay,
yeah. Yeah,
like,
that's a pretty easy one.
Let's not play ourselves out here. Let's not waste the people's time and sit here.
Man,
and
we need to
act
get Noah to do some artwork on that.
No, I like this one. I like this
Beavis
one.
and
Beavis.
Butthead.
Now, who is the Beavis and who is the Butthead? Now,
Honestly, I don't. Wait, Butthead is the brunette, right?
Yeah,
Beavis is the blonde.
Beavis is the blonde.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm Butthead. I think probably you're Beavis.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? I think those are both fucking ridiculous.
Dylan Smith said Hawkeye and let's see, maybe Black Widow. I don't know.
Hawkeye and it's gotta be Hawkeye and
Hawkeye.
Baby Hawkeye. Hawkeye and no, I'm
Littering Ann.
Wayne and Garfunkel.
Wayne and Garth, yeah, from Wayne's.
Oh, Wayne and Garth. I guess his name's Garfunkel too, but Wayne and Garth. Yeah, who's Wayne and who's Garth, nigga?
I don't know. I don't know that one. I don't know those movies well enough to.
What? Wayne's World, nigga?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like 25 years since I've watched.
Man,
Wayne's
probably
World.
more.
Yeah, it's been so long since I watched that movie. I was in Alabama.
Me and Adam used to
last
make
time
you
I
watch
watched
it.
the movie. Yeah.
You didn't ever want to watch
Okay.
it.
I'll take.
You hated white people back then.
I was so racist.
You was so racist. Hated women and white people.
But let's talk about the ending of this episode, because this is one of my favorite moments of the movie.
I think you
of the
mentioned
show.
it earlier. The last episode they were supposed to go out. The elves were sent out to go check up on Celebrimbor.
Yeah,
because they ain't heard back from this nigga, and he big tripping,
super tripping.
And hey, what's going on, man? Ain't heard from you. But they get out there into them woods, and it's all kind of shit going on.
Yeah, it gets super weird, super quick. After fighting off Barrow White's spirits inhabiting the corpses of long dead humans, the elves find Adar's army, and one of their group, Camnir, is hit by an arrow. And honestly, that scene was fucking really well shot, because he gets shot by an arrow on accident because the orcs are trying to like shoot a horse who just happens to be running by, and it's really tense because they're trying to be quiet. I thought that was really well done.
I mean, damn, he showed up, waited a long time to say something too, because he was like, and then they was like, "No, shut up, nigga." He was like, "Nah,
I was trying not to say nothing.
He's like, "Nigga, I've been quiet for the last 45 seconds. I don't think I can make it to a minute.
I'm so sad.
I got internal bleed. I'm bleeding.
But he is healed by Galadriel's ring.
He's like, "Oh, I'm okay. Never mind.
No, everything's cool." She gives.
Sorry, I acted so ridiculous. There was so much drama. I'm actually fine now.
I feel kind of ridiculous now.
You know he felt fucking ridiculous.
Right? He's like, God damn.
Man, these niggas see me shit my pants, man.
Can your ring get rid of that? Get the ring, get the shit out my ass. But Galadriel gives the rings to Elrond and tells him to return to Lindon to warn High King Gilgalad. Then Galadriel says
Gilgalad.
Then Galadriel stays behind to hold off the orcs and is captured by Adar. Now, I say what you will about this show. We've had our comments about the show.
Yeah, at least they got better names than George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, where everybody's named fucking Aragon. But
Aegon.
Yeah, oh yeah, Aragon's that other dragon. But the fight choreography for this show has always been like really impressive to me. Like there was the Black Elf fight scene from the last season that was really, really dope. And he's had some good moments in this season too.
Black elves, you black elves, baby.
Black elves. But this scene was fucking superb. Like I would dare say, this is a hot take, I feel like the action scenes on this show, the worst action scene on this show is way better than the best action scene on Hot D. Because like we get the great dragon scenes and like the big battle scenes, but as far as like fight choreography, nothing is really like nothing on Hot D is touching this show, especially this scene.
Including the dragons fighting, nigga.
If we're talking about, I'm talking about like hand-to-hand combat scenes.
All right. Well, the thing I will say about that is the reason is budgetary. I mean, House of the Dragon is doing things based off the fact that they only got so much budget to do it. As big as everything seems and everything like you know what I'm saying? As big as the scale of everything is and how they shoot everything is, you probably don't think, oh, they ain't got enough money sometimes to do this and that, but that's really what it comes down to, man. You know, it's just money. But
Well, I mean, they still they put.
no, I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
the reason you don't see fighting scenes like that, like combat scenes, battle scenes, or stuff like that yet, is because think about how much it costs to make them dragons do what them dragons is doing. And then you need, I'm just saying, like, let's just think about that. We know CGI costs a lot of money.
Right. Well, that's not what I was really saying. Like, more so just saying that because we do still get some battle scenes, but like, say, comparing the fight scene of the two twins in the Hot D episode, I thought that was like really emotionally compelling, and it was fine, but it was like the fight choreography is nowhere near as interesting and fun and just like badass as it is on the show.
Because it's not made. Yeah, because we're not talking about mythical characters fighting each other in Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. We're talking about two knights fighting each other, and it's not one elf or two elves fighting each other.
Right. Yeah, she is a superhero technically. So there's that element of it.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Wonder Woman fighting niggas. Like, it's different. She's just different. But I thought it was a good reminder. Like, yo, y'all forgot this bitch right here.
Oh, you didn't know?
This bitch. Your ass better call somebody. Where the fuck is Road Dogg at, man? Shout out to Road Dogg.
Where's Road Dogg?
Yo, shout out to Martin Morrow, man. Martin Morrow, he be doing, I forgot the name of their podcast. My bad, dog.
That wrestling podcast?
Yeah, they do their wrestling podcasts on YouTube, and they be having bad people on there. But yeah, you know, if you like wrestling, go check them out. Go check out Martin Morrow. He's cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool way to end the episode. Just showing you,
just having her whipping niggas ass.
Yeah, reminding everybody that, you know, she's that girl, as Eve would say back in 2004.
You know who she is?
Who?
Sally.
That girl. But yeah, like great
that girl.
That girl. I feel like she didn't actually end the episode. We do really end it with our black elf. What happens with him and homeboy Theo?
They came to party.
Him and Istrid. Actually, what happens is, God, there's a lot going on with this shit. Arendor deduces that Estrid is one of the wild men.
Black elf deduces that the mixed lady is one of the wildlings.
Yeah, it was very hard not to see, like, just hear wildlings when we were talking about these people. They're
you
very
know
wildling
nothing is Sildor. You know nothing is Sildor.
Yeah, we get a very just Jon Snow, Ygritte's storyline with these two characters, but with a black elf cock block in the middle. You know, just
right smack dab in the middle.
Right smack dab in the middle. Just being a great straight man. But I thought this storyline was pretty cool. What did you think of this storyline with these three trudging through the woods? Battling, I guess, what would you call it?
The element?
Quicksand monsters.
Ooh, sandworm.
Quicksand worm.
Is a sandworm, is a worm that's in quicksand not a sandworm just because he's in some little liquid part of the sand? Like,
right.
Overall, his life is sand, though.
Yeah, it doesn't change. He's still in the quicksand worm diaspora.
Man, that's crazy. I think I could go out there. Could you go out there if there was a quicksand worm?
Hell no. I don't know.
Like,
I haven't been practicing my sand walking.
You know? Yeah. I knew there was something.
At least I'm not gonna eat.
At least I'm like, hey, may thy night go pretty well.
Little Frothy said Matt and Jeff Hardy. Sorry, that's the last one.
Matt and Jeff Hardy. I'm not mad at that. For y'all who are not watching on YouTube and just listening in the pod,
we just did something really dirty.
Just go check it out. Boom, timestamp it. And there it is.
Go to YouTube to see all of it in its wonderful glory. Yeah, but like you were saying earlier, in this scene, we do get the ints.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the
and
ints.
our first female int. We didn't get any female ints
because in the when we see the ints in the movie, they say that they've lost track of the bitches.
Oh, yeah,
that's why they
lost them.
It's like we just lost the bitches, and then we got too tired to go find them bitches.
That's just that's old. That's ancient life right there. It's
like your dick barely get up if that's how you live in life. Let me tell you something, my nigga. I die laughing every time I think about that shit. Like, these niggas let their whole existence come to a fleeting halt.
Yeah.
A complete stop. Because they was like, man, we can't find them bitches.
Right. It's like it took them 152 years to turn around. And it was like they realized all the women are gone.
Motherfuckers just kept hey man, you can even look back and still like catch up with them. Like, nah, they wasn't even trying to catch up. Them niggas went to sleep. Like, they just, I don't know. It's a very interesting dynamic to me that you let your whole, like, which one of them was corrupted by Sauron?
Right.
Like, one of the female trees was corrupted by Sauron. She was like, we're going to all leave. And then they all got chopped down.
Right. Oh, man. That would be crazy if just like all the wood that they used to build one of the towers in Lord of the Rings was just like all the female ints. That'd be fucked up.
Can you imagine what that bathroom would look like? Dude, it'd be a nightmare in there. Good night, Dylan. Good night.
Night, Dylan. Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, we're almost out of here as well, but
yeah, we are. Just wanted
producer Penny keeps telling me that's a terrible thing to say.
Well, producer Penny says,
like, don't tell him, don't tell him we're about to leave.
Right,
keep him hanging.
Keep hanging out.
I don't know.
I mean, she don't know what she's talking about. She's asleep right now.
Ooh, facts.
But yeah, they are confronted by two Ents who captured the Theo and the wild men in retribution to a felling of the trees by wild men and by Adar's orc army. Arondir promises to protect the forest, and the Ents free their prisoners, and the Ents free their prisoners. One of the wild men is Hagen, Estrid's betrothed. Arondir leaves Theo in charge of Pelegrir, got these names, and follows the orcs' trail. So we get a few tree people in this episode. We got the Ents and like that old tree that ate Gandalf earlier. And we get to see Black Elf going off on his own again. He kind of does that a lot. He's just kind of a roving troubadour. He goes off with no food or water or supplies.
He kind of does that a lot.
He does. He's like, all right, I'll see y'all in a few days. Like, doesn't have any supplies. He just goes off. I love it. But we'll see what he gets into next episode. You excited to see where his story goes, or you want to see it more focus on some of the other characters?
I'm really more focused. I'm for real, just really more focused on Gandalf.
Oh, Gandalf's your guy.
He's not my guy. I'm just saying, like, the way they have approached dealing with him recently, in this season, like, okay, we didn't go from him like, oh, he touched the thing and now he's getting more knowledge of himself and like we'll figure it out next season. And then here we are in season 2, and then they're just like, they didn't do a situation where like, we gotta teach him how to do this. It's like, right. No, nigga, I know shit now. We don't have to talk about it. We also don't have all these episodes of days and days where he goes through it and we see dream sequences and all that shit. Yeah. It's already been established for us that Nori has knowledge of his dreams that he's been having, of him being just himself.
Right.
Like she acknowledges all that stuff. So I'm not mad at anything that's happened so far in the show. I'm just mad that it isn't hitting as hard for some reason. some of this shit is just not landing like it's supposed to. I'm supposed to be hype in this bitch. Like I'm supposed to want to go download a Lord of the Rings video game. You know, like that's how I'm supposed to feel. And I just don't know if I'm feeling that. Or maybe we're burnt out on that at this point.
Yeah, like maybe it has been a long time since we've had a good Lord of the Rings thing. Everybody remembers The Hobbit. But yeah, like and to your point,
and I like The Hobbit. Maybe that's because I had not watched any of the movies for like 13 years before The Hobbit came out. Like, because I'm not trying to like compare these movies.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not trying to compare the book. I almost read the book one time and I was like, man, I'm not gonna read that book. Cause like I'm not trying to I was introduced to the source material through film, through cinema. So that's how I'm gonna view it through the lens of.
Yeah. And it same. Like I can know it through the movies. And I think that's one of the reasons why I sort of I have a struggle with this series, because there are a lot of times where I'm watching it and it does do a lot of things the movie does, where it's like slow paced, a lot of landscape, a lot of descriptive stuff. Like it has it takes its time with a lot of things, but TV shows are different than movies. They move narratively differently, and the way that the stories play out are just like paced differently. So it feels like the show took a while to get its footing. Hopefully the rest of the series plays out as well as this episode was paced, because I thought it was very well paced, really stellar action, and just like the cool, cute story moments like that. This maybe
cool and cute story moments.
Cool and cute story moments. Yeah, guys, let us know what you thought of Lord of the Rings: The Knights of Power.
Fifth Bantha
still here. Fifth Bantha, let me know in the comments if you watch Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. If you enjoyed this episode,
that's a perfect description for how I felt too.
Oh, well, there you go.
I hope it's something that I said. I don't know. It was probably what you said.
Yeah, probably what I said about the episode. But guys, let us know what you think of what you think of Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power so far. We're gonna
tell us how stupid we are.
Yeah, let us know all of your thoughts. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff coming up soon. After Kite Man wraps up, we're going to be talking about the Penguin. We're going to be talking, still, of course, talking about Rings of Power. Got a couple movies that we're going to be covering. It's all happening, as Justin Hunt would say. But Bill, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
Well, Alex, you can find me out there in the world on Drunk Banthas at drunk underscore Banthas on Twitter. You can find me at Drunk Banthas on Instagram, and you can find me at NerdsAtNite on Instagram and on YouTube, and also on YouTube with the Drunk Banthas channel every Thursday for the Bantha Bunch show every Thursday 7 p.m. Pacific time. I am your favorite cousin, and we having a blast. You know what I'm saying? Tell your favorite YouTuber come hang out with your boy.
Yeah, man, like every Thursday, check it out. Like this week's episode is going to be great. You guys, you can check allegedly. He
ain't gonna even watch it, so don't ask him. It's gonna be fucking amazing. And awkward.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Drunk Banthas podcast. We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific time, but don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get updates on new videos. Check us out on Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, Letterboxd, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas. Until next time, stay safe, my little orcs.
Till next time.
And may the force be with you.
Peace. Go home.